Hello. How are you? I messed with my audio again. Hi. So you're gonna tell me if it sounds okay, alright? I did mess with it again. I always do this. I think I can actually put my mic away from me now. Sounds good? Alright. I want that honest feedback, alright? Because I probably shouldn't have done it before a big event, but here we are now. Hi, Quick Jason. Hi, Quikey. Hi, Adriana. Hello, Lily. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Yizzles. Hi, Supersonic. You are first, by the way. Welcome. Hello. Hello. We're early. I'm not usually live right now. Joey will tell me the truth. Joey, how's my voice? I did a couple things to the audio. There's a couple. I'm curious if anyone will know. That's probably a very specific thing. Zen, hi. Good to see you. But, yeah, it's important that you can hear me over the music. And that it sounds not too loud, hopefully, question mark? We'll see. Will she? 37. Yeah, it's a new month. Get your raffles in, everybody. Get your raffles in. Hello. Sounds different, but not like in a good or bad way. Okay. Is more deep. How's the balancing compared to the music? Does it need to be quieter, like my voice, or does the music need to go up? So what I ended up doing,
Warning,
there's an ad.
ads are starting.
So I could tell the people that if you care, you have no choice but to listen to this. I switched from I have the same mic, but I added the Fed head to it, which means that it made it from a dynamic mic to a condenser mic, so that I was able to turn the gain all the way down, because I had the opposite issue prior to that, where I had to like up the gain because it was so quiet. And just like listening to my voice, I was like, man, I kind of feel like I think it might be easier to get rid of noise than it is to like create more, because then you start to get like the background. So that's one thing I did. And also the other thing I did was I have that voice, Joey, you have it, what is it called? Voice focus. I voice focus on, which gets rid of the sound of the echo. Like the echo in my room, I think, is gone, at least in my opinion. Is that the CloudGate device? Yes, the one that's built into Wavelink. Hi, Michael. So yeah, I started to feel like my voice was like shouting. Like I was listening to my VODs and I was like, I feel like I'm shouting. Cause I get really like animated and like, you know, I get really into it when I'm streaming, but then when I'm recording offline, I feel like I'm very chill. So that I'm starting to like notice that I feel like I sound like I'm shouting. So I kind of took that as a way of like, okay, let's decrease the gain and then like compress my voice a little bit. So yeah, if anyone cares, that's what I did. I want to see if I like it, and hopefully it's not terrible because today's a raid train event. Oops. Oh my god. I missed last stream, but my streak's still here? Hey, we'll take it as a W. Oh, yes. The thing that I added to my mic is a physical thing that basically converts the mic from the dynamic into a compressor. I don't know how it does it, but it's literally like this like 3-inch thing that is attached to the mic before it attaches to the cable. It's like 2 different sides. It is an UWU train. Hi, Duelist. Hi, Love Dove. I think it's called I called it a Fed head. But I think it's also called a cloud lifter. Yeah, thank you. It might be called a cloud lifter.
Target acquired.
Duelist, thank you. There's probably a lot of latency there. Duelist, thank you. Hi, Katrina. Fedhead, thank you. Hi, Josh. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh, thank you for reminding me that I gotta get the Canva open. And you're the first tier 3 of the month. Thank you so much. That's so sweet of you. Thank you for supporting me, Duelist. Oh, is it already start time? Hold on. I didn't plan this far ahead. That was like the fastest 5 minutes of my life. Hi. How are ya? Good to see ya. Here's a handshake. Yeah, Fedhead. Don't you dare tease nuts me. Oh, it's from February? But it counts towards this month, though. So, technically it's March. Because I think they have, like, a way to offset it. We fed these nuts to your mouth. God damn it, Joey. It's a new month, come on. Question? Do we wow, bye. Hi, Revan. Hi, everybody. God, we're getting straight into it, huh? I surely can't do this during the raid train. I don't think it'd be the worst thing in the raid train, but I feel like I'm one of the more structured raid train slots. So, slots? Oh, thank God I didn't say that during the raid train. God, I'm a mess. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. I said that by a complete accident, okay? That was an accident. Amazing. Raid oh my God, raid trains. Like, no. I believe you, but wow. It's like that extra Emily clip that's going around where people think she says the N-word, but she says Nick. And then she has like a pause and she's like, God, I now know what that feels like. Wow, you're part of them so often. Yeah, right? Hi, Quakey. Hi, Tap. Hi, everybody. Hi, Classic. Thank you for clipping that. Yes, apparently we're raid sluts. Yes. I don't remember the last time I said that word out loud, but today apparently is the day. Ugh. Okay, well, I have to ask one more time. How's my voice sound? I changed the audio. How does it sound? I just don't want to do that during the raid train, so I want to ask you guys now. Do I sound too loud? Do I sound... I basically want to scream, and when I get to a point where it just compresses it and not feel... I don't know if I just have, like... Does Kelly have, like, I don't want to hear my voice syndrome, or am I just... I don't know. Hi, Sam. Hi, Mud. Hi, Love Dove. Yep. There's some peaking? Okay, good to know. I have clip guard, but I don't really want to turn it on. I can turn it down to 12. Why not test the sound? You want me to? The rate... No, I probably shouldn't. No shame in it. Thank you for the 7. Appreciate that. Gotta... Oh, wait, hold on. I can put a... I have a limiter. Okay, hold on. I can change the limiter. I'll make it at 5. Alright. So technically, it should cut out when I get to the 5 range in OBS. I think that's how we'll combat it. Wah! 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 It's the best time to test it. What if I get rid of it? Wah! Oh, I do see it kind of going to the red. I'm gonna put it 3. Wah! I do this offline, though. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna turn on my headphones. Wah! Sorry, this is like that quarterly moment where Kelly changes the audio again and she just needs to make sure everything's fine. So everything's okay, you know? Is that fine? Got back from the doctors, got an x-ray. They didn't find much besides fluid around my knees because it's not been properly healed. They put 2 ace bandages on it and now I gotta go to an orthopedic appointment on Wednesday. So you could be missing, well, you know what? It sucks that you have to miss it, but at least you can get some like closure on like your knee, you know? Hi, Corner. I hope you do feel better, though, Katrina. I'm so sorry that you went too ham on Just Dance. You platonically love? Thank you. I guess it's like, would you rather have the streamer not give a shit and then you just have, like, crappy audio, you know what I mean? Or would you... I feel like I'm trying, you know? I'm trying my best. Trying my best to learn everything as best as I can, but... we're live for a special event today. It's not gonna happen until, like, 20 minutes. So we're a part of the UWU raid train. So it is the Uplifting Women Unite raid train. It's to celebrate International Women's Day, which is I think on the 8th. And then this is also like it's Women's History Month. So there's a lineup of people if you want to go check out all the lovely ladies. We also have this command as well if you want to help others like just get up to speed. Yes, you did earn a platonic second date. You did. You absolutely did. So for my slot, it's supposed to be kind of like a mix of like a heavy talk and like a just dancing. I originally pitched to be a refresh spot, so that was like we were just gonna play, you know, Just Dance and chill. But one of the organizers was honest, and they said they wanted to. Hi, Eric. They said they wanted to hear my experiences in tech. So I have I have them in here. I have questions in here. So I figured we'll do a dance and then we'll talk and then we'll just repeat that. So yeah, we get to talk about our love for in-person. No, I won't. We do that all the time. So it will be more specific towards like my experiences as a woman in a male-dominated space, because it gives the perspective of like, if you aren't a woman, you don't know what it's like to be a woman. And then also, I think that's honestly it. It's mainly just like my career and then like being in gaming and then just like my experiences with it. So it's mostly positive. However, some of you guys know that I've had some negative experiences being a girl in male-dominated spaces. So I'm here to share them with people, which sucks. And then it is a discussion. So it's not a lecture. You don't have to just take it all in. If you want to ask questions and follow-up questions, if we don't even get to the dancing, that's okay. It's meant to be more of a discussion and just, you know, have a space for it, just to highlight it. Why can't Twith make an option? For what? Get your streaks back? I think it's because streaks are technically like in beta still, so that's probably why. Whether good or bad, yeah. And then in terms of songs, I already pre-selected them. I will not be doing multiplayer because I don't know how long I'm going to be taking the time to talk, and since it's part of an event, I want to be mindful that I am there. I'm here for them and for the mission of the you know, the raid train. So if we end up dancing a lot, if we end up dancing a little, so anybody that comes in and says, "Can I dance with you?" just tell them no, and we'll just go at my own pace, if that's okay. So I have a bunch of songs that have encouraged me, well, it have inspired me based off of the message of the song, the coach, the artist, or how I feel. So we can, if you want, I can make you pick which one you want out of the list if you want to have some say in it. I don't have streaks available. You don't, Joey? You don't? Experiments, yes, experiments. I've been super fortunate to have avoided really negative experiences being in a STEM dominant. Good for you. It always breaks my heart hearing this stuff. I'm happy to share what they are with you now if you're not going to be around by the time the question happens, but I have unfortunately experienced it. It's actually part of the reason why I'm not a software engineer anymore, and it actually really sucks to say that. Like, part of me was like, man, do I want to say that on the internet? And I'm like, but that's honestly the truth. Like, when I tell people that I'm in STEM, I am, but I am definitely not in like a STEM. I used to be in complete software engineering, but I moved away from it because of how I was treated and how people supported me, and I didn't like that, and I chose my mental health over like trying to fight it, which really honestly sucks. Hi Genesis, and no, it's good to see you though. I think I have something stuck in my teeth though. My teeth? I can't chew. I don't think so. I think it's out. I think it got out. Why Versace? I will say, Kelly, you aren't nervous at all. Oh, I'm feeling very nervous. I always get nervous whenever I do events like this because I just feel like I want to make a good first impression to everyone. And also just want to meet everyone's expectations. And it's always like really nerve-wracking that a bunch of people like come into like a stream, you know what I mean? Redeem toothpick. I'm doing good though. Thank you for being here. And that's to everybody, not just Mohammed. So I am actually feeling a little nervous just because I haven't seen anybody in other chats like be like, how would you word this, guys? I haven't seen anyone be like a doo-doo head to the other women in the train, but there was a couple that I saw. I hope that doesn't happen here. But like, I kind of want to be like more like, depending on what they say, I want to challenge them in a way that makes them think, as opposed to like outright banning them, unless they just come in here and they scream bitch, you know what I mean? Genesis, do you know how nervous you made me the first time you came into my stream? I was so honored. I remember the day, I think it was June 2022, that you joined, and you've been here since like the really crappy green screening days where like I was just like a mess. There'll be new people, yeah. You're not overthinking your. I'm glad you think that because I am literally soothing my legs right now, so thank you. I might just let the mods do whatever you see fit, depending on the everything. So fight me. Yes. At least you'll have experience with going through these. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that's a really good point. So yeah, everything is for Women's History Month and Women's International Women's Day. That's on the 8th. So the best screen. Yeah, we used to have green screen, and it would be the whole screen. And it would just be like the powder would flash on the screen. It would be kind of like seizurely, and it was terrible. Goodness. We have another prediction how many bans I get today. Nah. I would joke about that, but I don't know if the peers that I'm working with would find that funny, you know? So I think I'll just go with the no. Otherwise, I would say yes. Also, I don't want to welcome it, you know what I mean? I'll just have to / ban community. If you think so, I think if it's gonna be feedback that encourages discussion, I think it's good to challenge it. And also, you guys are welcome to challenge and ask them questions too. Like, stuff like this is really difficult for me because I want to. It's tough to be on the spot and try to moderate it, but I also don't want to outright ban people because I don't want to come across as like you don't have an opinion. Like, as long as it's like, can you explain how you feel? Why do you feel that way? And they're like reasonable. Like, I want to welcome that. I don't even know if we're like, I might be overthinking it, honestly. Nobody might do that at all. But because of the questions that I have, I would imagine that there would be like follow-up questions. Especially since not every single question is based off of my experiences in STEM per se, because I have had the experience of being a woman on Twitch and it sucked. Most of you guys know the one guy. Hold on, I gotta write them all down. There's my guy at work. There was the time we got doxxed. And there was the guy who got mad at me for being good at Mario Kart and asked if I had brothers. Those are the 3 specific events I want to highlight because they really stick out in my brain. I'm a woman? What? It could be interesting. Yeah, but that's kind of the point of the UWU train. It's the kind of, if people don't know that happens to people, you know, it is specifically focused on women and, you know, marginalized creators, but like it also gives a perspective of like, if you've never known that, like now you can hear it from other people. Did the people? No, I provided the questions. So anybody could run the way that they wanted to, but they did want to focus on like the overall theme. And I didn't want to do a just chatting stream, so I think the dancing kind of breaks it up. So I came up with the questions. I think some other people just did open discussion and then like the conversation just kind of went in the direction that the chat and them were doing. So I picked the questions. What happened with the Mario Kart? I'll tell you now. There was one time I did a collaboration with somebody, and she invited a couple other creators on their stream. This was a couple years ago. I don't remember their name, honestly. So it was supposed to be like we were doing like a competition, and we were playing Mario Kart, and I was winning. And I think the person that was like, do I just say the guy? The guy who was, whatever, the guy in question I'm talking about, I think mained Mario Kart, so I think he was like extra butthurt that I was in first place. And he had the audacity to say in front of everybody, if I was good at Mario Kart because I played with brothers growing up. And I told him no, because I'm an only child. So I obviously I have the skill to do it. And he did not believe me. He was like, I don't believe you. You had to have brothers, like growing up. And I'm like, no? What kind of question is this? It's such a strange thing. And it was live too. This isn't like in a closed Discord. This is like all of our audiences are there. Thankfully, and maybe not thankfully, it's a good and a bad thing. We were much smaller as a community, including the people that we were collaborating with. But still, it really made me feel so shitty because I was like, you really are just gonna look at me and be like, you're a girl, therefore you suck at games and you cannot be good at it. It was like the shittiest thing I've experienced online, and I didn't know how to handle it in the moment, so I just was silent. I think if that happened to me now, I would call him out. I would just call him out, be like, that's not cool, man. That's really not cool. That is really fucked up, yeah. I can't believe a woman cannot, yeah, I can't believe it. She's good at video games? Holy shit. Oh my god, if shared chat were a thing, we would have lit his ass up. I honestly don't even remember what the chat did. I just think I remember like crying and like just telling my community. I don't think I told my community because I was just like so embarrassed. So embarrassed. I could play video games? Goodness, you can't be good at game unless you have brothers. Yeah. She's a gamer and she's really good for Valorant. Isn't that the joke though? She's not good at Valorant. I know in that case it's like a joking thing, but still, like, it's just like, why does it have to matter that I'm a girl, you know? The guy's 100% one of those get off Valorant and let your boyfriend back on his account. Yeah. You know what's even crazier, Mud? He has a wife. He has a wife. Because, you know, the structure of the collab was like, everyone did like an intro and then we all played together. So when I was listening to his intro, I learned like what he did, how long he'd been streaming for, and that the fact that he was married. Oh, Fiona, hi! Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is a little bit of a stereotype, yeah. Hey, Shipment. Hey, JR. Welcome in, Raiders. Thanks for being here. Oh my goodness. Ooh, are you on the go if you're doing IRL? Also, Fiona does really cool things like IRL in a van, and I saw that they were doing like pole dancing. I don't have the guts to do that, but I was like, I watched your video and I'm like, you go. You go. Your room becomes a rave on raid. Yeah, it does. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. It's nice to meet you. Today is a little bit different of a stream if you've ever been here before. I normally do a lot of just dancing and, ooh, hold on, I gotta turn this on. There we go. Just dancing and variety and yapping content, but today we're part of a raid train that is supposed to be highlighting and focusing women. So there's a wonderful lineup of gals that are a part of this, including myself. We're gonna get joined by the raiders in like 7 minutes. So I'm gonna be focusing on talking about my experiences as a gal on the internet and in STEM in my career. So if you are easily triggered, because it could be triggering, there's your warning, content warning. But if you want to stick around to like just learn about a different perspective, feel free to take breaks and just listen and contribute to the conversation. But we are dancing too. So thank you. I appreciate it for coming by and supporting us. Wait, UWU? I thought that was my bot. Holy cow. Pole's so much fun. I hope you give it a shot. I don't have the guts to. I had a friend who was into pole growing up, and I almost wanted to take like a class with her. I think I would do it once, but I still need to do like an IRL class of dance, and I still haven't done it, and it's been a full year. So there's that. I'll get there eventually, okay? Thank you for the raid. Feel free to raid and run. Take care of yourself. Please go check out Fiona if you haven't already. Doc, welcome in. It's good to see you. We were just talking about a situation that I had, unfortunately, on Twitch once, since we're already on the topic. Was he married to a woman who doesn't play video games? I think so, Mud. I think so. I think so, yeah. It's been a long time waiting on the IRL class. It's because I have to make sure that I find a place that I feel comfortable going to that's not too far, because I looked and my town doesn't have any dance classes for adults, so that really sucks. So that means I have to travel, and I'm like, I'm dreading the idea of just like going somewhere. It's an excuse. It's an excuse. I'm feeling very nervous, by the way. I'm just so nervous. Get some Japanese candy. I wonder, I haven't thought about this though. Should we jump into the first question when the raiders come, or do we do a dance then talk? The first question is pretty easy. It's just like, what do I do? So, or I could just dance to like get the nerves off. I'm not really sure. I didn't think about that. Dance then talk. Okay. Okay, that works. You know what? Here, let me tell you the lineup to those of you who know Just Dance. I have, in no particular order, just listed these songs. Wish I had a green screen shirt for IRL. Oh no! How old are you? At least 18 plus. Espresso, X's, Toy. I felt like Toy would be really good for the theme. Magic, $1 Million Baby, Toxic or Give Me More, basically Britney. Love Me Land, Poker Face, Training Season, Whenever, Wherever, Yes and, How You Like That, Can't Tame Her, I Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney, and then maybe is God is a Woman and Woman. There's no order. I just wrote them all down. there's no way I'm gonna get through all of them. Poker face. Goodness gracious. But yeah, how are you guys doing before we jump into the swing of things? Before the chaos begins, tell me about your life. And do we wanna add Vogue? I didn't because it's long. Because I know there's some songs I wanted to add, and I was like, well, I really need to focus on stamina. I would have done Doja, I would have done Circus. You just gotta have urge to carry, yeah. I would be willing to consider it. I will put it back, I'll put it on the list. This is meant to be more of like a chatty stream. I don't want to be tired. Dust storm? Oh my god. What do you do in a dust storm? Do I say stay safe? Okay, I don't know what a dust... I think I just realized I don't know what a dust storm is. I think because I'm from the East Coast, I have no clue what it is. Is that literally just like dust? Just like... You know? Welcome back, Gabby. It's not dangerous, I think. Okay. Any other chatters know what a dust storm is? It sounds like a very Texan thing. I know you're not in the US, but like that's my first thought. I was like, is this something that you would see in Texas or something? A giant cloud of dust that just goes through an area. Okay. Yeah, stay safe. It doesn't sound fun. I would agree. Definitely windy and dry. Hello. Is it Zephon? I think I might have, or I could just go with V. I'd call you V. You can let me know what you prefer. Welcome in. It's good to meet ya. Okay, sorry. You have to say, yeah, that's perfect, comma, yes, call me V. Or, yeah, that's perfect, comma, Zephon's good. I asked you too many questions. That's on my end. I do that too many times. I apologize. Windy and dry conditions. Okay. Zephon. Okay, cool. I can make sure in my notes here, I could do like a... There we go. You don't see it, but I see it on my end that anytime you chat, it says Zephon, so I can make sure that I say it right. Hello, Zit. How are you? Guys, I'm getting nervous. Are the raiders coming over yet? It's like 2 minutes to, and my heart's going crazy. It's going crazy. Do you get a favorite Japanese snack? You know what? Over the years, it's changed. I used to like Pocky when I was younger, but I think nowadays, I'm plain, and I just love seaweed. It's crazy. I actually used to hate seaweed so much, but now I really like it. It's just perfect amount of savory. I'm literally telling every streamer about changing name. What do you mean, Joey? Wait, what do you... Oh, you mean like the pencil thing? Yeah, it's like a... More people need to do this. I have a big procrastination session. I even read a book instead of doing work. You're working on a weekend? Wait, is it... Have I ever asked what you do? I think I have. You must be an engineer. I always just assume people are engineers. It seems like the raiders are getting ready. Okay, the raiders are coming soon, everybody, all right? Do we want to say surprise? Surprise! Hi, Lero. Good to see ya. Oh, schoolwork. Okay. You're in school still? Why are you giving me money if you're in school? Stop that. Let's get ready for the raider. I'll just like hide over here. Like, oh, didn't see you there. Whoa, hello. I can't do it. You have 18 names there. I don't like Chatterino's interface, to be honest. I use it as a supplemental chat. I prefer the OBS one. The one, I bet honestly I could probably change how it looks, because the spacing of it is just too crunched for me in Chatterino, and I'm sure I could probably change that, but that's usually the reason. Hello, Ark. Thank you. Yeah. Does anybody want to demonstrate what it looks like? You saw my beer spiked for a section. There we go. Okay, cool. It works. I did it. My bad. Didn't see you there. You know, I made this. You know, on the topic of STEM, I made this with C#. It's simple. Don't worry about my finances. I'm a nerd. Okay, good. Thank you. That's very reassuring. I don't want anyone ever to feel like they have to do anything. Hey, raiders! Yes, it changes. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Hunt. Hi, Coffee. Hi, Bryn. Hi, Sienna. Welcome in, everybody. Peachy, Antoine. Hi. Hello. Sakura, welcome in. Hi, raiders. Congratulations, Peachy, on such a wonderful slot. I was lurking, and it looked like it was a blast. Thank you for coming in with the wait, everyone. Benny, welcome in. Draco, welcome in. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, we did it. We're here. Welcome to the next slot. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Hi, Ray. Good to see ya. Yes, welcome. Yes, flabbergasted by the shirt. Octo, welcome in. Bichon, hi. Faye and Fauna Pal. Hope I'm having a great day. Thank you. I am. It's been a pretty long day. I did a lot of work, but we're here now and we're going to celebrate with you guys. So welcome to the next spot on the UWU train. If those of you who are new on here, if you weren't with the raid, we are part of the UWU raid train. This is my first year being a part of it, so I'm actually really pumped. If you want to check out the lineup, there's a link there. And yeah, I'm here to talk about my experiences as a girl online, and also I work in STEM as my day job, so I have a bunch of questions that I can go through and just tell you my experiences. And also I play Just Dance, so here you'll see a bunch of videos. I do a lot of variety and Just Dance. I'm also the Twith girl, if you've ever seen this global emote that originated from here. So it's gonna be yapping about stuff, and then we'll transition to a song, which I picked a bunch of songs that made me feel like it was most appropriate for today, and then we'll just repeat until our slot is over. So yeah, welcome in, everybody. Esheft, hi. I saw you earlier before. If I miss any messages, feel free to put them in again. I want to make sure that I get everybody's messages. Sailor, congratulations on partner, by the way. Sailor just got partner. Go women, yeah. Let's just give you a quick little shout out, because we hit partner a couple months ago, and it is a grind, and I respect that. So congratulations. Be very, very proud of yourself. My Twitch full of women. Yeah, go women. So yeah, let's pick one song, and then we will start with the questions. So I have a bunch of questions I already came up with if you want to listen in. If you're curious on how to do the Just Dance thing, I coded the green screen. So there's a channel point that changes it, so you can spam that. It looks really cool. I totally encourage you spamming it. So don't feel shy. If you want to just like vibe, or if you want to spam like emotes in chat, I can read chat while I'm dancing. So as long as I'm not like super distracted by the dance, you know what I mean? But yeah, welcome in, everyone. It's good to see you all, and thank you for the follows too. I appreciate it. I picked Espresso as number 1. So the theme of these songs have either been, I like the song, like the message of the song, I like the coach, like the actual Just Dance coach, I like the artist, or I like how I feel while I'm dancing. So there's a couple other themes going on. Thank you! It's been 4 years in the making. I love it so much. You don't see all the stuff behind the scenes. It's got like wires everywhere. And Donkey, welcome in. It's good to see you. All right, let's do the first song of the night. And now we sit for 20 minutes because I'm tired. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys for all the hype. I saw so many of you guys spamming. It always pumps me up, so thank you. And I saw Peter. Hi, welcome. Chelsea, thank you for the lurk. All right. Okay. I think my scoring is still not ideal. I think I'm like dealing with like the switch, like not really. The switch seems to be not calibrated. So, thank you for the follows. Welcome in. Now we sit. Yeah, so I came up with a bunch of questions ahead of time. I'm open to like just going off script and just like talking about whatever we want to in the chat, but since it is focused on, you know, Women's History Month and International Women's Day, I tried to gear my questions to be based off of my experience as a girl, and also my career. So because I work in STEM, Fox, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. I actually, to those of you who don't know, I've been playing Just Dance since June 2022. So I'm actually relatively new. There's a tiny bunch of us in this community. So if anybody's curious on how to do it or if they want to join Just Dance, please reach out to me because I would love to help you. We want to grow our community. But it's honestly, the community itself is the reason why I started streaming Just Dance, because I really liked the other women that were in it, and also it made me challenge a skill I've never done before because I don't have any dance experience. Megan, hi! You're late from the train? No, you're fine. You are fine. Mr. Majosh, is the AC on because I'm dying in Minecraft? I don't know if you got a chance, but I feel like the heat's on. But yeah, June 2022, so relatively like 3 years. It is? Oh my god, I'm dying. Okay, we're gonna take a break to chat, okay? Thanks, Peachy. Have a good rest of your decompressing. Thank you so much for the raid. You did a great job, and thank you. The fan is on in my room, yes. The door is not open. I can open that. This is the downside of streaming Just Dance. I'm always having an issue with temperature, so yeah. So the first question I decided to include, because one of the things that I put in my pitch for the raid train slot was that I have experiences in STEM because I work on tech. I work in tech full time, so I'm not a full-time streamer. I do part-time streaming just for fun and because I love it so much. So I do work a 9 to 5. So I am currently what you would call a dual. I guess the most broad term could be like a systems analyst. If people don't know what that is, I'm basically like a really technical business analyst. And I've been working probably like over 7 years in my current like company. In the job that I'm in, maybe like 3 years. I don't know, I kind of lost count. The pandemic kind of skewed time, to be honest. I don't know if anyone else can relate to that, but I think it really skewed my sense of time. But my career path has been, I went to school for computer science, and then I joined as a data analyst. So I did a lot of like SQL and like database querying. What else did I do? A lot of analysis. It was kind of a systems analyst role too, but it was primarily like the role itself was like data analyst, and I just literally lived in like SQL and Excel. Yeah, you don't like it, bud? No. I actually feel like I really like SQL, but I don't do it as much anymore. But that role, I loved that role because there were a lot of women on that team. You're gonna see a theme here with my career projection, okay? My first job was on a team where I had like a girl, like a woman who was leading us, and she was a boss. And I also had another coworker. I had like, yeah, all my coworkers were women. And then it was a wonderful time. You can never get sequel. I wonder if you would get it, Sakura, if you work with data that you like. Because that's something I noticed as I got like further in my career, that things started to make sense more when I gave a shit about what I was doing. If anyone ever says mind your own business, you could be like, actually, it's my job to mind it. Yes. HTML, CSS, and some PHP is as far as I got you. I rarely know SQL. I usually get SQL commands from my coworker. Oh, really? Wait, I'm actually surprised to hear this, Wizzy. My job, it's kind of a nightmare to figure out. This is gonna kick me out, so I'm just gonna go to the next screen. Well, it's gonna kick me out in multiplayer, but that way we'll have it ready. Usually, oh, sorry, my job, it's kind of a nightmare to figure out where all the tables, oh yeah? That's crazy. That's so interesting. Yeah, so my first job was with the data analyst role, and I literally lived in SQL all the time. Then I kind of decided at that point, because I was fresh out of college, I wanted to go in for software engineering because that's what my degree was in. So this is kind of where things unfortunately didn't go as planned for a multitude of reasons. I went in as a systems analyst first because when I interviewed, I was really underqualified as a software engineer. So they told me that it was gonna be like we were gonna transition you into a software engineering role, but there was no training plan. It was kind of just like, we'll figure it out. So I actually just like didn't do a lot, and people didn't know what to do with me because of the lack of structure and plan. Also, hi Adrian, welcome in. So then the pandemic hit. And the pandemic really, unfortunately, fucked up a lot of my career at this point in time. Women dominating in a men's field, yeah. I mean, I know the basics like select, insert, update, inner join, where, but not much more. I mean, that's pretty much where I am too. Honestly, that's all you really need to know, I'm gonna be honest. So the too long didn't read here is that the pandemic was a really tough time for me when it comes to my career because I just kind of plonkered down and I just stayed where I was because my job security was more important to me than like focusing on my mobility and like deepening skills. But I think it was also, I'm curious if everyone else had like their own experiences during like their pandemic and their career. I mean, obviously a lot had happened, but for me, like it was just like everyone had to figure things out. And also, you know, drop as well. When the pandemic hit, I had gotten a brand new leader. And unfortunately, I think I might withhold that information until the next question. So I'll just let you know that I was a software engineer during the entire pandemic and it just sucked. And then when things started to open up back again, I transitioned away from my software engineering role because I found that it was not good for me anymore. And then I kind of got into my current role, which is like a more business focused, but still technical kind of role. So that's the too long didn't read of my career for the past couple years. COVID really helped me in my career because it forced us to work from home, and that setup ended up being amazing for your ADHD. That's great. I know that we have chatted before about it, so I'm really happy that it worked for you. COVID was a blessing and a curse because I also got to start working from home because I was full return to office. Like, I can't believe we used to do this. I told chat before you guys came in here, the Raiders, that we weren't gonna talk about work like this. But like we are being forced to go back into the office and I'm like, why would we do that? Like we had such a great like years while we were home and like everything's optimized for like, anyways, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. I hate they make it, I know, I hate that they do it too. I work in healthcare, so we're a mix of genders. Pandemic just made us busier, but I love hearing your type of field, yeah. I wish I had a happier like story because I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna save it for the next question because it's grouped up with some other things. But I left my last job in software engineering, which was during the pandemic, because I got harassed. So while the pandemic was a good thing and it helped encourage like working from home and like reprioritizing things, I unfortunately had a situation where my leader had an easier time harassing me and being like inappropriate with messages with me. And I had to get HR involved. So it really honestly was probably like my darkest days, like to this date. Yeah, it's really not good. I had only been working from home for a week when I was positive. Other than that, I was away at the office, but on my way to work. Yeah, you also are really close to your job, yeah. My job did return to the office for 2 times a week, but I was wondering about that. I'm really glad that it worked out for you. I unfortunately do go in, and I'm like hybrid, but I live pretty close, so like I can still like maintain everything. But hi, Kat, it's nice to meet you. Yeah. I feel like I just want to tell you, like, I don't know, if you guys are curious, I could just go into it, or maybe, should I just repeat it? Because, like, people come and go, so if you want me to tell you more about it, I can. But I think it's, like, the third question. So it's up to you guys how often you want me to tell you things, or if you want to just go with the flow. RBM, it's nice to see ya. And also, hi, Michael. Not the best note to come in on, but, you know, part of this raid train and, like, this event is to highlight, like, you know, the experiences of being a woman, you know? And that is unfortunately part of my progression in my career, is dealing with being mistreated for being a woman. As opposed to, like, I'm gonna be, like, really honest, I was a really shitty engineer. I fully recognize that I was not the most qualified engineer. I think part of that was because I didn't have, like, an onboarding plan or, like, a set training plan. They just thought that I would figure it out, which never ended up happening. They would just assign me stuff and I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. So I think part of the failure in being set up for that was because they didn't have, like, an idea and a vision of, like, what to do with me. So I recognize that. But because of that, I think we didn't know what to do to help me get the support. So it ended up just being, like, people would, like, specifically the leader that I'm thinking of, he would just not assign me work. And then I would just be like, what do I do? And they'd be like, I don't know. And I would just get paid to do nothing during the pandemic. So yeah, it kind of really sucked, because at some points I was like, okay, well, this is cool. I get to get paid to do nothing. However, I don't feel like I'm doing anything or, like, gaining any skill or learning or growing. But yeah, so this train is going all the way to, I believe so, is it? I think so. Actually, why don't I know that? Yeah, it is. It's going until Sunday, March 9th. That's my time zone. So yeah, the last full day is the 8th, which is International Women's Day, yes. To answer your questions, I'm a hospice admissions nurse, and my career path is mostly in medical background. I was a lifeguard, a nursing assistant, and then I got... Nice! I can't do what you do, so I'm really happy that you feel that you are doing that, because that's kind of the reason why it's great that people are good at things, and it's just like, I'm glad you found your space, because I couldn't do what you do. Maybe I should click and link if I know what it does. Yeah, if you want to check the full line out of gals, you can go ahead and check that out. I am pretty early in the raid train, so it's gonna be going, like, all week long, so. But yeah, I have been... The happy note is that I'm very happy with where I am now, because one of the reasons why I'm in my current job is because I have... This is such a celebratory thing, and hi, lady. I have an all-women team. Our entire project is being managed and being done with women, and I love it. It is such a rare thing that it took me such a long time for me to find like a tech role that has women, and, like, all my coworkers are women, and it's amazing. I know. And thank you for the follow too. I appreciate it. Hi, enjoy your lurk. At work, we create software for private clinics. Currently, we're using Fox Pro as the programming language of our main application, and Fox Pro is discontinued. Interesting. Wait, so you're kind of like a COBOL person, where, like, you just know a legacy thing and you have job security? Is that what's going on? So my current job is really not coding, I'll be honest. I tell people that it's tech. It is. I definitely follow the software development lifecycle. I work in sprints. To those of you who work in tech, I do 2-week sprints. We have, like, sprint planning, we have backlog refinement, we have scrums, so we have stand-up scrums, whatever you call them, or ceremonies if you want to be more specific. And we do, and then, like, part of my work is, like, I configure it, so it does have logic to it. It's like, I don't like to be so specific. I don't like to tell specifically what it is, because I don't want to overly, I don't know if it's doxing, honestly, but just to be a little safe. But it follows the life cycle of software, so that I make the change, I have to do a code review and formally introduce, like, hey, this is the change, this is what it does, this is the demo of it, and then I have to, like, push it up the chain and, like, retest it and, like, sit and then UAT, and then I do install it to prod. So it's really confusing when I tell people what I do, because it's not, I'm not literally opening VS Code and like changing a Java. Like I'm not like debugging or anything. It's like tech for dummies. It's like programming for dummies. And it's like all table view stuff. So it all comes full circle because I used to work primarily in SQL. Now I do work primarily in like nice looking tables now, if that makes sense. I wish I wouldn't need to learn Fox Pro. For now, migrating to an open source interface solution I have to read into. Got you. Hello, Billy. Welcome in. It's good to meet ya. Thank you, Revan. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you. And also, hi, OG. Thank you for being here. And yeah, Zit, thanks for giving that sub out to the community. Thank you again for the follow. Appreciate it. If I've missed any follows, I'm so sorry. We don't have anonymous follows if people want to follow. I feel like everyone does their stream differently, so but I'll probably miss it today. You're welcome to follow at the end of stream if people don't want to be called out. It's one of those things where I feel like it's a 50-50 because I've surveyed the community before where people are like, yeah, I like being acknowledged, to like, no, I don't. So we just do it one way and we figure it out, you know what I mean? But yeah, that is the too long didn't read of what I currently do. It is mainly in tech, I would argue. Some of it is like business gathering requirements, so I do have to like meet with like clients and just be like, you know, what do you want? And then you have to like translate that into like tech terms, and then yeah, so that's why I definitely think I'm still in tech. I just don't do full-on development anymore. Like, I don't miss it, to be honest. I'm happy. Ooh, yeah, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Dealer's choice, yes. Everyone runs their stuff differently, yeah. We use a private GitHub repos for our newer development projects. I used to use Azure DevOps with the Team Foundation server protocol that currently only Fox Pro uses. I've never heard of Fox Pro. The new projects are C# and Angular. Mirth is written in Java. See, you're ready to programming to me. I admire what you do. I think that's so cool. Would you ever consider being a mentor? I'm not building KPIs. We have a whole tech team that we can be like, can you do the tech stuff too? I feel like I have like tech for dummies is my job. I could basically change logic tables. So like a use case could be like, somebody would be like, can you add a drop down to this field on this form? I would have to go to the form and then add a new field and then test that. So but like if somebody wanted to build a brand new form, I think we would still make the form though. We would make the form though. It's really weird. It's a strange job. I don't know, Joey, because I feel like I have mentored an intern before and I tried my best to be like a positive influence to them. But I kind of also felt like I was being a little bit too negative because I wanted to be honest to them about like what it's like to be a girl in STEM. Because unfortunately, I did not have a good experience. And actually, there's another thing that happened that I think that other question is gonna come up, and that's gonna be the hot topic. But like, I also got mistreated in college, unfortunately, because I did not have any gal pals to like grab onto in my like computer science course, so I had to just go through it by myself, which really sucked, and that unfortunately meant that people did treat me differently. If you didn't know, fun fact, my best friend Sarah, which some of you in the my regulars would know who she is because she's been on stream, I met her in my computer science class. So she started as a computer science major, and then I was like, another girl, let's go sit next to her. And then we became gal pals. We went on a date together, and then we literally are still best friends. But she left engineering to be a pilot. So she flies planes for a living, and that is so cool. I love her. She flies planes. That's so incredible. Like big planes, not like tiny planes. Like your commercial plane could be flown by my best friend. And also, hi, sweetie. Thank you. Oh, that's so kind of you. Thank you. And Silent, welcome in. Basically, everyone does everything. Oh, I see. We're also the planner. That's a lot for one person. Holy cow. Yeah, she's incredible. I love her. I love her so much. I wish she stayed in computer science, but I'm glad she's thriving and she's doing the thing that she loves, you know, so. How long was I yapping for, by chance? Hi, Mateo. It's good to see ya. I feel like I yapped a lot. I'll make this go away. I have 8 more questions for you. Princess, hi, good to meet ya. Thanks for being here. UWU. Every now and then I'm just gonna say UWU. Oh, there's an ad break that's gonna start. Okay, do we delay it and do a song and then run the ad and then do another question? Or do we run the ad now, then do the song and then the question? I will definitely need a break at some point. We just did espresso, so I'll cross that off. I have X's as my next one, but I think I might do magic because it's more... I feel like I haven't done that one in a while. Ad now? You sure? Just run the ads? Okay. All right. Well, if you guys don't have a sub or turbo, you're gonna be hit with ad jail. I'm sorry. They're required, unfortunately. You're not gonna miss anything. We're just gonna sit here and stare at each other. I'll try to keep the yapping to specifically to when you guys come back. So we'll see you in 3 minutes.
Warning.
Thanks for being
Ads
here.
are starting.
17 minutes ago. I feel like I'm on track, gamers. I'm on track. I will stare at you. I will do it. I will do it. Also, I hate how pink it makes me. It makes me look so pink. My light turned off. I have a... Well, I guess I could turn that one on. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care. Joey, your song was stuck in my head the other day. And by other day, I mean last night. All the crazy things. Do you want me to do another cartwheel? I forgot I have a sub now. Yeah, well, it's like, yeah, you have a sub, but you don't really miss anything. We're just literally just doing this. And we're waiting. Oh, gosh. This is Twitch Ad Time Staring Contest of 2025. Yes, and thank you for the 35 stream streaks. Thank you, Michael. I should hook up my teleprompter at some point. Haven't done that. There's not enough space between, like, you guys and, like, the wall. So, I think Lynn had this problem where, like, the teleprompter made it so that, like, it had to angle down. And I like this point of view. I don't want to look more, like, I don't want to look even more smaller than I am. You know? A triple backflip 360 no scope. What does Kelly do when chat has to see ads? Wait for them to come back. Just get annoyed by the ads. I know. So did you guys see that Twitch is making it so that they're opening subs and bits to community streamers? So those are people not in the partner and affiliate bucket. So I'm curious what their plan is in terms of ads. Like, are they gonna plan to run ads on those channels? I would imagine no, because I'm assuming that if in the affiliate and partner contracts that I absolutely read in great detail, that there's probably something in there about ads and like following rules. And maybe like that agreement serves as like a mutual understanding. Unless they change the agreement to when you sign up for a stream, like to be a streamer. I don't know. It's just interesting. I see why they would do it because it's... I shared the graph in chat, like, sorry, on Discord. It's like 17 million people on the pie, which was like, I would say like 3/4 of the pie was like community streamers. And then like a tiny, like more than half of that was affiliates out of that tinier 1/4. And then like a tiny sliver was partners. So they're only monetizing like less than 1/4 of it. So they're adding it so that people in this other pie part, they can get money off of them, which I feel like is smart in my opinion. If it's ads, if it's like subs and bits, you know? To run ads though, that's tough because it's like that, I would imagine that hinders their like discoverability. Not the whole thing. It was the last year, 17 million streamers were community. Did I say it wrong or something? It's pretty easy to get affiliate now. Some people don't take affiliate because they don't want it, so I'm not sure. I don't know. I also don't know when it goes into effect either. I didn't actually pay attention to that. If they're forced ads, I won't stream anymore. Yeah, that's exactly the point though, Sando. Like, cause like, why would somebody who's like in like 5 CCV want to go to an affiliate level if they can have no ads and get money as a non-affiliate? So like there's gonna be a small part of people that, or maybe it's bigger, there's gonna be a portion of people that are gonna be like, what's the benefit of affiliate now? You know? I don't know, Josh. due to alt. Do you want me to share the... It was from Solinome. So it's not... I'm not making this up from, like, my ass or something. This is it. Can I make this bigger? How do I make this bigger? Oh, it's because... Here we go. This is from Solinome from the past 365 days. So 17 million of this entire pie is community. So these are people that are non-affiliates. And then it's even smaller than I thought. This is the amount of affiliates, and then this pink little sliver over here are the 50,000 partners, according to Solinome. So the Twitch is now making it so that all these people can now have subs and bits. Not clear on ads. I don't think ads was stated in that blog post. But now you can just sub and give bits as normal to anybody. So, and I would imagine that they're still gonna take this, the split as well. The 50-50. What if that's a big brain move. What if the non-affiliate is 40-60? That'd be crazy. In my opinion though, I feel like it would be Twitch's goal to run more ads though. Because that's probably where the money is actually coming from, is from their sponsors. This is Kelly's speculation, by the way. She's not an expert in anything. Alright. Alright, let's do the next song, because we're out of ads. I'm gonna pick Magic, because it's cute. Again, these songs were either I liked the coach, I liked the message of the song, I liked the artist, or I liked how it made me feel. And this goes in the makes me feel bucket, because it makes me feel cute and happy. 100 for Twitch, of course. I do not know. If somebody can link the blog post, actually, hold on, I can do it. You maybe find it in there. I pretty much skimmed it. If anybody can see where that changes for the adding the subs and bits to the non-affiliates and non-partners. Yeah, it's because the only way I would know it though is because if you go to TwitchCon, you're gonna see that people who are non-affiliates and non-partners, they usually get a badge that's called a community, because they have to distinguish the people who are not streamers, because like mods and friends and go, so they are considered community. So that's where the term I think comes from. Hi Kat, and also hi Autumn. Oh my god, I love the blossom. That's your emote. That's so cute. I love it so much. What if those community people don't hit the threshold? Then could Twitch take more? I don't know. Yeah, because the threshold's like $50 or something. I don't know how that works. I have no clue. Really, honestly, don't know. But yeah, there's the blog post if you want to check it out. And if you want to let us know. Oh, sorry, Joey. Joey gave an update in mod chat and I just laughed at him. Sorry. I meant to do a thumbs up. My bad. I think Zach may have already put... Yeah, I watched that video. He titled it so wonderfully. I had a panic moment because he titled it something like affiliates are going away, and I was like, what? Then I watched it and I was like, oh my god, okay. Well, that made me feel so emotionally like invested. Whew. We're introducing an option which will allow all streamers to use their earnings. Yes, I did see that too. So like if you get like that will be really interesting to see, because I bet that also means that they save money on the processing fees, because some people for whatever reason choose to get their payouts through PayPal, and PayPal takes a cut of it. So I would imagine that the people that choose to reinvest that earnings that they get back into Twitch, it saves Twitch the hassle of the processing, or like there might be just extra processing in general. I took those images from new Pokemon Snap. Well, I still think it's cute. Thank you, Sando. Again, we are part of the UWU raid train, so if you want to check out the lineup, please go give that link a click. Why did I say it that way? Check out all the wonderful women, because we are the first day. We're pretty early on this train, so it's gonna go until next week, which International Women's Day I believe is on the 8th. And yeah, so let's do another song. This song was one of the first songs I ever danced to on stream that made me feel like I could let go and like enjoy it. So I find this song to be really special to me, because when I first started playing Just Dance, I was more into the Mimi songs because I was afraid to express myself as a dancer. And then when Just Dance 2023 came out because I started dancing during 2022 because there's new releases every year. This song was one of the first songs that made me feel like I can open up and like get out of my shell and just like actually be like, hey, I'm dancing. Like I'm not just like twerking it for fun and just making everyone laugh. I actually want to learn this skill. So, oh, thank you, Genesis. You're very sweet. He's reluctantly gone towards those titles with chats urging. Well, it works. It got a click. I didn't feel angry. There was some truth to it. Clickbait works as long as I think there's some truth to it, in my opinion. Thanks, Mateo. I appreciate that. Yeah, Rasputin was your favorite Just Dance me back in the day. I mean, we still loved Rasputin. I'm not gonna lie, Sarah, it's one of my favorite songs. I just can't dance to it every time because people will request it to no end. Alright, let's do it. Butterfly, welcome back. Thanks, gamers. I don't know why I do this to myself, but I sing along. And then I'm extra tired. I'm like, why am I so tired? Why am I singing along? Hi, Tig. How are ya? Don't know if I said hi to you today. Hello. Okay. Whew. I like that you do that. Why? Do you hear me? Like in the house? Do you hear me just like singing along? Whew. Welcome in though. You guys are coming in. Today's a special day. I know that I play a lot of Just Dance, but there is a theme to it. So we are part of the UWU Raid Train, which is inspired by International Women's Day and Women's History Month. So yeah, if you want to check out the other gamers, please go check out the lineup because we are one of the first gals, and I will be talking about my experiences as a gal in STEM and in this space online, which brings me to the next question. What got you into Just Dance and why? I know that's not related to STEM at all, but I think it has really shaped me. Just Dance has really shaped me, like, as a person. It's like kind of weird because I feel like I talk about it like a cult, but I genuinely mean it. Oh, you got a golden cava? Let's go. Like I said, I've only been playing Just Dance for like... Oh, did she? Thank you, Michael. Messages. Speaking on a more dance skill way, I'm obsessed with the way you dance. Your moves are soft and gentle, which makes you... You're gonna make me cry, which makes you look so elegant in a way. It's great to see how much you've improved in 3 years. Michael, thank you for letting me know that I missed that. And Genesis, thank you thank you so much for writing that. That's really sweet. Because you have been here since the beginning. If you weren't here, I've only been playing Just Dance like on stream since 2022 of June. Prior to that, I only have played Just Dance as a kid. And I feel like the more mainstream people approach Just Dance as a party game, where you've only really played it in a setting where you've been with other people and you don't take it seriously. There is a small amount of us that really love the game and we do take it seriously. However, I've never, to my knowledge, seen such a dedicated and kind community, because one of my fears streaming Just Dance was that I was gonna get made fun of, because I've only taken one dance class and I was 11, and like going from like one dance class to like I'm 30 years old and I'm now gonna dance in front of people with no experience, it's probably one of the most daunting things I've ever decided to do, because you're just putting yourself out there. But again, one of the reasons why I chose to do it was because I saw how people were in the Just Dance community and how people treat each other with kindness. Thank you, Kate Nolan, appreciate it. Thanks for the follow. The first part of, yes, my first stream in Just Dance was in a sumo suit. I had COVID, and I was stuck at home, and I was like, I'm gonna do this for, I think it was like a sub goal or like a charity thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna play Just Dance in a sumo suit. I did 3 hours. Up until then, I've not really been, I'm not an active person by any means. Hi Lemons, good to see you. It's very stimulating. Oh my god. That's so crazy. But yeah, it was, my intro to Just Dance on stream was I had to do it in a silly way, because if you've been here more than once, I am a silly person. I feel very happy being silly. It's, I think, a core part of my personality. But I only played like the meme songs because I was afraid of expressing myself. So it started in a sumo suit. Once I realized that I could dance for 3 hours with COVID in a sumo suit, that kind of gave me the okay to be like, you could probably do this regularly. Because I had no issue whatsoever doing that. And I wasn't even yapping a lot at that point. Holy cow. My dad, me and my dad went through a gaming shop and we got a USB with a lot of Wii games. He was the one that chose Just Dance? Wait, that's so wonderful. Do you know what was going through his head when he did that? Was he like, I want my kid to like exercise more? That's so sweet. I love how after the experience you're like, yes, I will do more of this. Yeah. It's funny because the logic here, Sarah, is so crazy. Like, I was afraid to express myself online through dancing, yet I was totally okay with doing that in a sumo suit. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Hi, Bites tag. Yeah, it all fits, yeah. I'm a German streamer into an American Center Stage member. Yeah, so actually, thank you for that. No, there's, we have a stream team. It's called Center Stage. Our founder is Little Siha. She is a Twitch ambassador. She's also in Just Dance 2024 as a game. Reese!
Subscribe!
Subscribe!
There was a chat.
Yo, a year together? Thank you!
Well, we are a year together.
Thank you! Thank you so much for the 13 months and happy Saturday to you. Wait, I think it's... No, it's still Saturday for you. You are about to approach Sunday. Thank you. Appreciate it. Tell Naveed I say hi. And I hope you enjoy your ad-free viewing and your emotes. We uplift women who wear sumo suits. I still gotta get another one, by the way. I have to get another one by April. The other one took it like a champ and lasted like 2-3 years with a bunch of charity streams, and we retired it. Neva's been snoring. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. I was a kid that loved music, so he saw a dance game and thought I like it. Just Dance is also, oh, that's so cool. I love that. I love that your dad was also like, this is something I think you would like, you know? Let me get Reese's name on this board. Reeshanda. And also we had a sub from Duelist, so I'm gonna just go for like a pot of gold or something for now. Just to kind of symbolize the tier 3s. Hey, Metroid, hi! Thank you for being here. Are you feeling better? I realized when you said that you weren't feeling good, I think I just glossed that part completely, and I was like, oh, you're going? So do I. I'm so sorry. I only realized how rude that actually sounded. My apologies. Duelist. Also, the vlog for TwitchCon day 1 came up, so you had lots of face in it. I'm doing good. How are you, Vice Tag? Can we get a green one so you can have a sumo suit with effects on it? What we did last time is we had my sumo suit and I put a bikini on it. It was green. So same idea. Same idea. So Reese, this is yours. Thank you. We have a new month, so it's March theme. So I went with 4-leaf clovers, and then Duelist tier 3'd earlier, so I gave him a pot of gold. So thank you. I love that. Yes. I love it too. But yeah, I gotta get a sumo suit. If anybody wants to sponsor a sumo suit, it is on my throne, but it's also like on there as a reminder that I have to do it because I have to get it. I have to get it. I just have to. But yeah, so I got into Just Dance because of the community, honestly. So I think the real intro was I saw Avery, aka Little Siha. She was doing a charity stream for St. Jude. That's probably how most people found her, I would imagine. Because she fundraises for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital every year, and that was my first like real understanding of how Twitch could be like a community. Like up until then, I was like, oh, I just stream with my friends. I didn't really know how to network. I didn't really have any social media, so I was just kind of like doing it for fun. And then I think I came across her stream and I was like, oh, you can actually like fundraise on this platform? And I was like, this is crazy. I've never seen anyone dance. Like, I just assumed people gamed. And it was just like a mind-blowing thing to come across. And then ever since then, I was kind of just like, every now and then I would just kind of go in her stream and just lurk and be like, these people seem really nice. And over time, I started to learn more people in the community. Like, Dancer Mame was one of them. I think she was one of my first friends. And then started to grow that a little bit more to kind of just like understand the people. And then June 2022, I took the leap of faith and I decided to stream it. And I was like, I'm just going to continue doing this because it's also exercise, because I was working from home at the time. And I was like, this is the only way I'm going to move my body. And to this day, this is the only way I do move my body. Yay! I went to bed way too late. Oh no. You're going to get a new bed. A new bed meaning like a new bed frame or a new mattress? Which one? Regardless, enjoy. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Avery is the saver. We'll give her a shout out because she rocks. She gives so much to us that I feel like she still deserves recognition. I know that she's very well established, but she still deserves a lot of the credit because I watched her YouTube videos to kind of understand like how to dance. She is very She's very good at what she does, but also a lot of people, when they think of big streamers, they feel like, I feel like there's a sense of like scaredness to approach them because they're big, but she's been very welcoming and very nice. And I don't feel scared to DM her. She's always willing to listen. I try to respect the boundary, but like she was a big part of me deciding to join the community as well. You gave me the first impression that you were fun. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. I'm really glad. Thank you. That's really nice. Especially since back then we were incredibly chaotic. I've only watched her on YouTube until quite some time. Yeah, she streams Python. I'm so, like, I wish that I had her in my class. Like, I think I just needed like another gal pal to live, like, to just be tortured with in my college days. That's what I wish. Like, I know I'm jumping my own questions, but like that would be the one thing I would change in the entire progression of everything, is that I would try to find a place that had more women. What do you mean, Bites Tag? Really so bad? What do you mean? I remember being a kid and watching her dance in her bedroom. Oh, wait, which one? Wait, is that when it was like the wooden door? That's really early. Holy cow. Also, hi Bruce, how are you? A Python that streams and it's just a snake. Yeah, right? It is just a snake finding. That's so cute. What kind of mattress are you getting? Wait, where do people buy their mattresses? I just saw that like Joanne's craft store and Party City is closing, and I'm like, I really feel like the age of going to buy something in person is going away, which is why I asked where you're getting your mattress. Because I'm pretty sure our mattress was an online purchase. But the only reason why is because I got to try it out because someone else had it, you know? Nervous for, you'll be great. You're gonna be great. It's gonna be a killer week. You're gonna have your job and then you have your birthday shenanigans. I'm so sorry. You asked me last stream, like, what am I doing? And I think I just didn't put two and two together that you're doing a birthday celebration. So I will make time. I will make time. The only thing is that I have something possibly going on Friday that is confidential, and I have no confirmation whether it's happening or not. I have not told anybody except for maybe Josh. So, if for whatever reason I become unavailable, you will know immediately why. You're definitely busier than I am. I know, but still, you're a friend to me, and I want to make sure there's time for that. So I will make time for you, because I don't have anything going on Friday, unless that thing actually... Sometimes you get opportunities and you're like, it's so chaotic that you're like, you just gotta go with the flow. Most of the time I plan everything, but this is one of those things where it's like, I have no fucking clue whether it's gonna happen or not. It's out of my power. I bought my Pass 2 online using wire cutter. I've never heard of that. Probably, wait, what is wire cutter? I've never heard of that. We have a tuft and needle bed, so I recommend it. That's only just because I like it. My back likes it. But yeah, that's a little bit of why I got into Just Dance, and I really just, honestly, another reason of this, again, coming back to like the whole theme of this like stream and like the raid trade, Just Dance has a lot of women in the community. There's a lot of female streamers, there's a lot of women in chats, so I wanted to feel, okay, I'm an only child. So I've never got to experience like sharing my love for gaming because I've been a gamer my whole life. Thank you for Defino, welcome in. At all. So I had to make, when I was making friends growing up, a lot of them were men, just because statistically, but the people in my life at the time who liked video games were guys. So I had a couple girls and gal pals, but it kind of became like this thing where like, it was like part of my personality was friends with women, for like common things, like we had class together or whatever, we liked makeup or whatever, just like stuff like that women tend to like. I don't want to go in that direction, but like, but the reality is that I didn't have a lot of women that liked gaming growing up. So with that in mind, when I started streaming and like gaming, I really wanted to find more women, and I wasn't a part of networks with like other women in it until I was like, oh, the Just Dance community literally has like girls dancing, and I'm like, they're crushing it. Like, they're so good at what they do. Like, I want to learn from them. I want to game with them. I want to get to know them. And like, I love being a part of it because it makes me feel so happy to finally meet people that like games that are women. It's amazing. I love it so much. You were definitely all good. Oh no, I already read that. I watched the vlog while having a late lunch. Did you like it? I'm so sorry I showed your crotch. Keep you posted. We'll do. We'll do. My buddy Pat made a little special drink menu. Wait, that's so cute. I love that so much. Let me just quickly write down here. I just write your name. I have every intention of trying to be there for you. Not in game, I know. In game, I know, it's crazy. But now that I'm like more into my like streaming like career, I would say, like I definitely have more women around me because I learned like where to go. And I think that's one of the things I really appreciate about Twitch is that there are spaces and opportunities to like highlight and uplift women. So like things like this raid train is an opportunity for someone to be like, oh, there are other people like women, for example, out there that I can connect with. Cause like I appreciated also like last year, this is like tangential, but like I'm also Asian. So I never knew any other like AAPI creators on this space. And like things like AAPI month is an opportunity for me to connect with other people. And there's like some people I still talk to now because I met them last year and I would not have had that happen had that spotlight moment never happened. So I really appreciate like moments like this. But yeah, that's so sweet. Yeah, I'm really appreciative. Like very, very happy that there's stuff like that, you know? They say that you always fits. Yeah, sci-fi moments, I know. Just you wait until the second Just Dance panel, Metroid. She was a little crazy, and the editor like left all those moments in. So those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I have a vlog of my TwitchCon trip on my my gaming YouTube channel. If you go to the link, not to be confused with the Let's Play channel. There's like a more Hero Carry specific YouTube that has like highlights of our streams every month. And then I asked her to do my vlogs for my trip to TwitchCon, and I co-hosted a TwitchCon Just Dance panel. So if you're curious how that went and the trip went, you can go check it out. I'm very happy because I didn't have to wait a year to give that to you because that's what happened when I had to edit it. So yeah, thank you for watching it. It means a lot, and it feels very special because I get to have that live on the channel forever, and I can just like think about it and just like see how like, you know what I mean? Because that's the one thing it's hard to vlog and it's hard to edit to remember those memories, but knowing that that's there, it means that like in 10 years from now I can look at it and be like, I can remember this. Oh, subscribe. There was a chat that really was fun. The year wait was worth it.
Was worth it, Eric. Clap.
Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you. And Delphin, you are in it too, by the way. You are in this you are in the vlog as well, so thank you. Let's get you on the board. Thank you for the 15 months. Thank you. Delphin, 714. Thank you, I appreciate that. Happy March to you, I hope you've been well. Cool. All right, well, what's the next question? I wanna see what it is. Is that the heavy question? It's too small. Oh, you could see it. Oh. Oh, Kelly learned something new today? Wait, did you see that? No, you didn't see that. Okay, whatever. I think whatever. There's something behind the scenes where I can like change things without you seeing it, but I think I just showed it to you. Can I not do that on the scene that I'm on? Hold on, I want to check this. Oh, I'm dumb, and I ended up exiting it. I see. Okay. Big brain. Big brain. Trying to snake my way out of fame. It's a small shout out. Delphin was our photographer who volunteered to do it, by the way. And he captured a lot of video, and oh shit, you know what I just realized? You gave me so much footage and I didn't give any of it to the editor. Okay, I just happen to have that forever now. I didn't even think of it. I only gave her like my footage and Josh's footage, but you did give us footage. I'm so sorry. I only thought, and so did Metroid. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The stream also covered a lot of it. We could just remember it forever. But yeah. All right. Let's do another song.
My name is Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite streamer on Twitch.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. Appreciate that. Okay, so we did magic. Do you guys want to vote on the next one? I have X's toy, $1 Million Baby, or Britney. Those are the next 4. And the Britney is toxic or give me more. Do you have a preference? X's is fun, but it has nothing to do with... It's not that it has nothing to do with the theme, but it went under the it makes me feel bucket. But the message of it is probably not the best. Toy has a good message, I would say. How's your shirt doing that? So I took like over 100 patterns and I put them in my OBS and I coded it so that when I wear a green shirt, people can change it. So it's done through C#. It pulls like a name from a text file and then it just like turns on that source. So that's how it works. It's my own little custom thing that I created. I can do $1 Million Baby. It just means you have content from us that you'll always have. Yeah. Yeah, let's call it that. Let's call it that. Sometimes I forget that I'm wearing green and people are like, what? You know what's crazy though? Oh, C# is a programming language. So I programmed it. Is it better to say programmed or scripted? I want to do $1 Million Baby. She's a miracle. It might be, yeah, thank you. I was gonna say, I was gonna type it out for you. C#, the programming language. Cause I use, yeah, you got it. I use something called StreamerBot, which is like a local bot that runs on my stream. And to customize it, I use C# because that's the programming language that it uses, yeah. Similar, I didn't think it's similar to C++. I don't know. I hated C++. I learned that first. No, I learned C. I learned C first, then C++, then C#, then SQL, and then TypeScript/Angular. I actually technically learned HTML and CSS first because I did that during the MySpace days and through Neopets, as cringy as that is. Yeah, I did see that, Wizzy. I did see that. I kind of want to wait until it's in a more stable state though, just because I have things that rely on it that I don't feel personally, I don't want to risk it, even though that's just a driven by fear statement, if you know what I mean. One of those things where it's like, if it's fine, if it's not broken, don't do anything, you know what I mean? My own saying. As Maneater, I thought about that and I was like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I thought about it, Gabby. I chose not to because I didn't want to be overly negative. You know what I mean? The glory of the MySpace HTML era. One of my MySpace profiles was of an entire background of dancing Elmos. And then it had everybody dance now, just like playing on a loop. And it was so aggressive. Just like a bunch of Elmos dancing in the background. That's what I think of when I think of MySpace. Visual Basic, C#, Java, Arduino C. Interesting. I'm good at IT stuff. Hey, that's good enough. I don't technically program anymore because I'm not really IT, but I am in tech. But I can understand logic. That's probably like my strong suit, is that I understand like logic tables and like, you know, if then else type thing, like following the logic of something like that. But in terms of like actually changing and coding, like, you know, I get the concept of things, you know, variables, methods, function. I get the concept of it, but I can't execute it. I suck at it. I can modify things, but I can't do it from scratch. I can test things, but I can't develop a new thing without there being an example of it that's been done before. I don't know if that's a typical feeling that an engineer could feel, but that's, over time I've understood that was my limitation, where I was like, I don't know how to make things from a blank slate. I still struggle with that. Can you explain the concept of the JD search? It sucks. Oh, yeah, like if you meant like seriously like the algorithm behind it, I don't even remember any of my algorithm stuff anymore. Isn't there a method that's like, it's like an equation that I can't remember anymore. It's like, it cuts it in half or something. Search? No, God. I remember back, you're making me think of the trauma of algorithms. Data structures and algorithms. Big O notation shit. Oh my God, it'll make my brain hurt. The fun of making your own custom background, adding your own music, and then making your top. Yep. Feels like math to me, and I was never good at math. Never gotten into a good programming routine. You and me, binary search. Thank you. Well, it's funny you say that, Coffee Cup. You're like, I'm not good at programming, and then you're like, but it's binary search, right? That's so funny. When did you want to know you wanted to go into STEM? Here, I'll shut up her for a second. I think I knew it pretty much immediately, Joey. Like, from my school. Not being able to do things from scratch, yeah. I literally, like, I need an example of something. It can be, majority of it has to be the same, but, like, if you need me to, like, figure something out new, like, as long as I have something to work off of, like, I could do it. But, like, completely from scratch, I would have no clue. But I kind of knew right away because a lot of the classes that I did growing up, they were always math, and I've always liked math. I also, fun lore fact of Kelly, my first major was actually not computer science, it was engineering. It was specifically aeronautical engineering, so I wanted to be an engineer for airplanes. So you might see the correlation of how I'm best friends with Sarah because she's a pilot. So we did technically meet over aviation. And then as I went to my sophomore year of aeronautical engineering school, I quickly learned how much I hated material science and also specifically like doing the physical labor of like machine parts, like actual mechanical engineering. I hated it. There were assignments where we had to like we had to actually manufacture like in a workshop like how to make parts and stuff like that, and you had to measure it out and you had to like go in the CNC machine and program it. It's Lynn! Hey Lynn! Oh my goodness. Hey Raiders! Hi Fergie, hi Dre! Hi Skeezers! Welcome in! Hi Unsighted, hi Anti! Hi Lynn, how was your stream? Oh, she was playing Just Dance too? The last I saw, she finished Hollow Knight, and then, no, that was yesterday. You did Monster Hunter, right? Do you like it? I'm sweaty. Go, if you can go. If you need to go raid and run, feel free to do that. Welcome in, Raiders. We are, I know some of you know who I am, but if not, I am Kelly. I am a Just Dancer. I'm also on Center Stage with Lynn. Please go check her out if you don't know her. She's a lovely pal of ours. She was also my panelist on the Just Dance. Oh, oh, you already gave her one. Thank you. At TwitchCon, we did a workshop together for Just Dance. It was Just Dance 4. Character creation was great. I was curious if it was gonna run on her computer because I was watching some other people try to stream Monster Hunter and it was like lagging during like cutscenes. So I'm curious if anyone was there. If you could tell me if it did or not. I'm just curious, but thank you for the raid. I appreciate it, Lynn. My hair's getting stuck. We're doing a raid train today. It's with the UWU train. I spelled it wrong. It's for uplifting Women Unite. So it's to celebrate International Women's Day and Women's History Month. So I am dancing as well, but in between dances we have questions. So I'm going to be talking about my experiences in STEM because I work a full-time job in tech, and then I also I'm talking about my experiences as a gamer, a female gamer on Twitch, and just in general. So if you want to stick around for the chatting, feel free to. But if you need to lurk, take care of yourself, feel free to do that. I was about to do a song, but we started talking about how I'm a comp sci major, but before that I was actually an aeronautical engineering major. And one of the things I hated about engineering was doing shit like this. I hated this. Thank you, Josh, for bringing this upstairs. I hated doing this. Actually, manufacturing parts was my least favorite part of that entire program. It sucked so much.
This one's heavy.
Which one's this? This is the sprocket box, right?
No, this is the sprocket.
That's the what's this one?
Not that.
It's just a
No,
different.
no, no,
This is the sprocket box. Is that the elevator project?
Yes.
You had to like program like it had to
I don't
hold
remember
like
I mean, both could be used for either one.
I know.
That was the elevator.
This was the elevator? Okay.
This was the rope for the elevator.
Okay, yeah. I hated it. So, back in the day, Kelly had to do workshopping, and we had to, like, make this, and this was one of the reasons that made me realize, because the question I was asked was, when did I realize I was going to go into STEM? Pretty much immediately when I was in, like, schooling. I loved math. I loved science. I hated physics. Funny in hindsight. But then I was like, yeah, let's go into engineering. And then I started doing engineering, and I hated it because I had to do shit like this. And I'm like, you know what? I don't want this. And then, but that project actually was, it had programming in it.
This was my intro to programming as well.
It was intro to programming, so you had to like build
Was that
something.
C# as well?
It was C.
Just C.
Everything was C.
Still C.
Yeah.
Alright,
What's STEM? It's statistics, technology, science, technology. What's E? Engineering, and math. Yeah. I loved the maths. Yeah.
Now,
What was it? It says sprocket blocks. Bring back the sprocket blocks. It sucks. I hate
now they
this
do
thing.
Steam, including art.
Steam. Oh, they include art now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Back in my day, it was called STEM. It's a sprocket box. But yeah, one of my projects. If you didn't know, I met Josh in engineering school. That's why. That's how we know this together. He was not in my team, but one of the things I realized is that I hated doing this in engineering classes. I loved the programming part. So like we had to like lift a load or something, right?
For that one?
You had to
Well, I mean,
program something.
Most of me had to lift a load.
You had to lift a load, and then but you had to program it. So that's when I started to realize I liked the
Happy
programming.
UWU Day to the Twith girl.
Oh,
They had to make
thank
stops at
you.
different floors.
Sorry?
They had to make stops at different floors.
Yeah, I had to stop it. We had to program it that would stop at different floors, but it had to be able to withhold like a certain amount of weight on it, like a payload. Payload, that's what it was. Thank you, by the way, Nautical. That's very sweet of you. Thank you for the 100 bits, and happy UWU Day to you. STEM and STEAM are both used. Yeah, they're kind of interchangeable
STEM
for
is
sure.
the older version. Steam is including art.
Yeah. So, yeah, I kind of
Okay,
knew
bye.
that I wanted to do STEM pretty much as soon as I was in school. I was like, I know I'm going to do something in math and science because I loved algebra. I loved, even in college, I did like Calc 1, 2, and 3, and I loved that. And then before I quit engineering and went to comp sci, I had a differential equations class, which is probably the most advanced math I've done. I liked it, but I hated the teacher. He was kind of a dick, honestly. But I did like the process of it. So yeah, kind of pretty much immediately I wanted to go into STEM. Also, you kind of learn what you hate, you know, when you're going through school. So I knew that I hated history. I wasn't into art. I wasn't into physics. So like, process of elimination, I was like, I think I like STEM. You know, it's a weird subject. It was one of my hardest classes, you know. With an Arduino, I got a robot. Oh, you made me think of robotics for a second. I hated that too. I made a robot in the SFZ Schülerforschungszentrum, where I attended RoboCup. Interesting. I didn't know this. That's really fun to learn about you. What's up, bro team? What's your question? And hi, Lay. Welcome in. I'm glad you're playing Just Dance as well. My son's in differential equations now. Do they like it? It's a bunch of variations. You can have stream with robotics. You can have stream with Twith. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Do I have a Wii? I do. I absolutely do. Yes, and it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's downstairs. It's functional and it works. We play, I think the last time I used it was for Just Dance, actually. I bought like Just Dance like 2014 or something. You knew you hated it? Hi, Poppy. I'm being very generous. I really struggled in my differential equations class. I liked the whole thing about it, but I just hated the teacher. I also hated statics. Trusses. Every time I go under a bridge, I'm like, this reminds me of my statics class and trusses. Everything's a truss. And I sucked at it. The only consoles I ever had were the white Wii. There's a specific version. I have the white Wii and the Switch one. You just modded your Wii a couple of days. Ooh. That's fun. Yeah, I literally have like a Gen 1. Am I allowed to do that though, bro team, as a creator? Teachers can make or break. Yeah, the teacher was very, not very soft and willing to accept that people take time. So I always felt rushed to like get to the answer. Like I just couldn't take my time. Like no room for errors. So I really disliked that class. But in the wilderness out there, the very few solution spaces are finite dimensional vector spaces, but they're important for building some intuition. Interesting. I love knowing this about you guys, by the way. The games are like 16-year-olds. They can get their own driver's license. Oh no, 2 shitty teachers in a row got me directed very far away. You know what's really crazy? You know, this again kind of goes back into the theme of this stream and why we're doing this raid train. Because I'm actually really curious about this decision. So in my high school, I took majority honors classes and AP classes. And one of the classes I took was AP Calc. And I really sucked at it. You also have to keep in mind, I am old, so I came from an age where YouTube was just becoming a thing. And once YouTube started to become more established, I started to understand that I am a very visual learner, and I also am very, like, hands-on. So school is usually taught in a way where, like, you read, like, for me, reading a textbook was not the way for me to learn. Like, I could not pay attention. It didn't really stick with me. So I really struggled with my classes when they got more advanced. Hi Bastion, good to see you. As I was going through my AP calc class. And then I actually graduated, and I'm sorry, I actually passed it eventually because I was like, I had a D the whole year. And then once I realized that Khan Academy existed, that's when I started to realize, oh, I'm not dumb, or I'm not incapable of learning math. I just don't have the right way to learn it. So I started to go to YouTube for learning how to do like math and like engineering, which it was my saving grace, honestly. But during that, before I even realized that like YouTube was like my preferred way of learning, I tried to express to my teacher who was teaching me calc, because I was senior, that I wanted to go into computer science. So this is like probably like the second month of the year, so like classes had already started, but there's still time to change your class for the semester. So I approached my teacher and I was like, hey, I think I want to go for comp sci for colleges. I'm like at that time where I'm applying for colleges and thinking about what I want to major in. And he told me that that would not be a good idea. So I'm genuinely curious if there was some sort of negative connotation or something of why he told me that, because he reasonably said the reason why he wouldn't recommend it is because I had a D in his class. However, I was passing every other thing, like physics, all my other sciences, all the other math classes leading up to this. But because he was also teaching the comp sci like programming class, he was like, well, you have a D in my class. I don't recommend and don't want you to be in my computer science class. So that is part of the reason why I didn't approach comp sci first when I went to college, because I trusted his opinion and decided to go into engineering because I was like, well, I still want to do some sort of engineering or STEM field. Let me just do this one instead. But the hilarious part is that I ended up in comp sci anyways. So sounds reasonable at the time from him. Yeah, like I don't want to like point and be like this person's against me, blah 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 blah, because I'm a woman. I think there was some truth and reasonable, you know, conclusion for why he said that. But I really think it sucks because it's like, just because I suck at something doesn't mean you can't get better at it. At the time, I just didn't understand that like there were other ways that I could learn, you know? And for me, reading it from a textbook was just not it. And as soon as I realized that I just needed like YouTube, things got like so much better for me. Why did you have a D? I sucked at it. I didn't understand it. I was really bad at it. I genuinely just could not understand it. I had to take tutoring, so I got recommended a tutor from him. So I went to his recommended tutor and she would teach me calculus. So she kind of helped me bring my average up, because at that point I had a one-on-one, like, I had a one-on-one experience to be like, why is something like this? Whereas like in a classroom setting, I was afraid to raise my hand. So I did get better over time, but then like the turning point was really like YouTube. And then I went that D became a B by the end of the year. If he knows you're struggling with his class, maybe he knows his way of teaching. Yeah, that's a good point, Mateo. That's actually a good counter. I'm not against accepting that as a truth. You could be bad at something at one point in your life and be great at it. Yeah. Now things like crash courses are really helpful. Yeah. I don't even know at the time we had stuff like that, or maybe I wasn't aware of it. But yeah, just a fun thing about Kelly lore is that I actually wanted to do computer science to begin with, and then my calc teacher told me not to do it. So calc is why I ended up not getting a degree. Really? Integration by parts. Oh my god. It's crazy how things come full circle. I would say probably that's one of my proudest accomplishments, just being like, I'm gonna do this anyways. Because also is another thing too, like sometimes it's okay to try something and fail. Then you know. Because at that point, like I wasn't even given the attempt to try. But yeah, crash courses and YouTube yeah, from Hank and John Green. I don't know if that existed back then. This is like 2012. Were there crash courses in 2012? The best way to learn is to fail. Another thing that kind of sucks though is like the schooling system is like, I think like, not politically, I don't want to say politically, but like structurally, like, I think like choosing to change my class at that time would put me, I think his logic was like, well, you're already like going into this semester at a disadvantage because you would be switching so late in the semester. And I think that sucks that is also a hindrance as well as like just like the structure of something. And you can't just like, sometimes I feel like I wish that like school was in a way where you could learn something without the consequence of failing, you know? Because there is like a grade that you are given, but like that also can make it so that somebody doesn't want to approach something for the first time, you know? Because they don't want to fail because it counts, you know? I would have loved to have tried it. Like it would have been really cool if he said like, you know, come to the classes and just see, you know, and see how you feel about it. But like, obviously that's not gonna, no one's gonna let that fly, right? It's outside of like the format of how that works. I like calc, but linear algebra is the reason why I never went to quantum computing. Calculus is why I dropped the math half of my math and computers. That's so crazy. I don't think it did. I was just saying nowadays those types of things are really helpful. Interesting. That's one of those things I'm really appreciative now is technology. It's really helped, in my opinion. Just different ways and different tutorials and just lots of information out there. Crash course started in 12. Okay, so I was literally just when it was starting. That's so crazy. I had at least one bad habit with integration by substitution that took until undergrad to fully iron out. Goodness. Anyways, thank you so much for the raid, by the way. We've been yapping for a while. That's okay though, because that's the purpose of the stream. Is that we're yapping and telling you my experiences. And I love hearing about yours as well. And I hope that by sharing mine, it also helps you with a perspective of what it's like to, as like a girl, to go through it, you know? So you guys can, you know, support your fellow girlies if they need that support. Because honestly, really honestly, the reason why I'm still here and just doing the things I'm doing is because over time I've found the right support systems that have encouraged me to continue doing the things despite how people treated me. And without them, I would have just quit, you know? I wonder if I would still be in software engineering if I had found the right support system, but at the time it was more important to focus on my mental health, so yeah. Once I hit that in high school, I was done with math. TED, Ed, and Coursera was also around 2010, 2012. Give me all the yaps. I think the Fuchs is popular. It's a YouTube channel with, but sadly for here, wait. It's a YouTube channel who sings math rules. Sadly for here, the videos are in German. That's why I probably don't understand it, yeah. He yaps, YouTube helping your grade up go is awesome. I knew I wasn't wasting my time watching all those auto-tune news videos. Yeah, no, I got you, Mateo. Yeah, I really owe a lot of my education to YouTube. I learned how to do makeup through YouTube. A lot of my computer science degrees through YouTube because I would just Google like the topic and be like, how do I do this? And then a lot of my data structures and algorithms I think was on YouTube. And then I also took some game development courses. So I had to like learn how to do stuff in Unity. It was an elective. So I also, I think, learned that through YouTube as well. Der Fuchs. Okay. Very grateful. Seeing it practice versus, yeah, exactly. I'm the same way. I'm absolutely the same way. People put so much time. I know, and I'm glad they deserve every single cent that they get because they get paid for it if they have enough, you know, watching supporters, whatever. I have not seen you once do this stanky. What's the stanky leg? Door. All right, let's do it. Let's do $1 Million Baby because I see another ad that's gonna play. I think I could do it within the time that the ad is gonna, before the ad runs. That was a big yap, so thank you. I do appreciate everybody. It was very good chat. No, what the hell is this stanky leg? The hell is this stanky leg? Or not this. I'm older than you, Lynn. I'm older than you. The worst because I'm older. I know, but no, I am a full year older than you, aren't I? I'm 31. You don't wash your legs? You would know? Do I have to look this up? Am I gonna get something weird? Is this stanky leg? What the hell is this? Stanky leg? Hip hop dance move? So you leg it, you kind of throw it back. Okay, well I'm gonna look at this now. Okay, do I need the music for it, or can I just watch this? I don't follow this. You throw it back? I legitimately don't know what this is. It just looks like a normal dance. That's stanky leg? Throw it back? Is this something that you would do in middle school dances? Because if it was, I was the awkward girl that kind of avoided them. Might be better with sound? Okay. I don't know if that had sound. Okay, let's turn down this for a bit. Is this the music you wanted, Anor? It's a jerk? It's a viral dance? I know the Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. I was there for that. Apparently I missed this one. Also, I knew the bum, 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 jump on it. And like the cotton eye dough. I've been married a long time ago. I don't know what that one is. I missed it, apparently. I'm glad I missed this phase. Isn't that which what me nay? Oh, watch me whip? Watch me nay nay. The jerk reject. I guess, was it a Jersey thing? Maybe not? I must have missed it. Thank you for educating me on something that I clearly missed. Oh my god. Middle school, probably high school. I guess I missed it. Not just a random... Okay, what's the specific song, though? If it's Whip and Watch Me Nay Nay, I was there. If I guess I just missed specific dance from it. Alright, I'm letting you listen to the song over and over and over again. I'm gonna snooze the ad. Thank you. Let me click on that and keep it here. What the hell? Has a line about stanky leg, but not sure it's in the Just Dance choreo. Okay. You're saying you guys do that in school? We would just get cut off by the head in the middle. We used to grind, okay, Mateo? 13-year-olds would grind. But you gotta understand, we were kids. We didn't know what we were doing. To those of you who are at my last stream, I shared an 18-year-old YouTube video. And if you missed it, that was how I was when I was 15. Now imagine that person attempting to grind. It would not be serious at all. It was just stupid. Alright, I'm gonna go. Goodbye.
got danger on her mind. She's $1 million baby. Nobody can explain it. She's a miracle. She's a miracle. She's a miracle. She's $1 million baby. She's bound to drive you crazy. She's a miracle. She's a miracle. She's a miracle.
Gosh, thank you, Raiders. I'm so sorry. I was yapping for so long. I was like, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for coming by and watching. I really appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I'd love to know what you did. Well, how was your stream, Lana? Welcome in. The Sims. Oh, I love it. I saw that you like dancing, so that really pumped me up before I got to dance. So thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys don't know me, my name is Kelly. As you saw, I do Just Dance. I wear green. You guys can change the pattern. I programmed it in C#. So I encourage you to spam it. Thank you, Butterfly. Yeah, I regularly stream Just Dance. It is my way of exercising, to be honest. And then it kind of integrates well because when I need to take a break from dancing, we do like yapping or we do like a variety game just to kind of like catch up. You know, my body needs to take a break. I do play piano occasionally. I'm too nervous sometimes, so they're not regular, but they are frequent, if that makes sense. And Kara, thank you. Hold on. You have one of those names where like, I want to say it the correct way, but I'm pretty sure it's either Kara or Kara, and you're gonna have to tell me, and I'm so sorry. Hi, welcome in. It's great to see ya. Kara, okay. I'm gonna put that in my OBS. To those of you who are streamers, if you didn't know this, there's like a pencil icon. Okay, you're just gonna have to see Stanky Leg, okay? There's like a way to see like the name, and you can click the pencil, and then you can add a note here so that every time that Kara talks again, I will be able to see that as the updated name. So if I write like Kara, I'm actually gonna spell it out phonetically, then I know that. Yeah, because I feel bad. I'm just gonna always say it wrong. So now I see Kara like every time you chat. So Karussi, I mean, I can call you that if you want. The Raiders, Kelly is great at singing Toad. Oh no. I didn't tell the Raiders that. I do have a mean toad. If you really want to hear it, I can do a karaoke if you want. But
Wake me up.
there you go. That's me. That's me. Thank you. Thank you, Revan. Happy UWU, thank you. Yes, to the Raiders who don't know, I'm part of the UWU raid train. This is my first time participating. I'm really honored to be a part of it, celebrating International Women's Day, and also just sharing my experiences as a woman in STEM because I work at a 9 to 5, so I do work in tech, and then as just a gamer because I've been gaming my whole life. So yeah, that's what we got going on here. So the format is that I'm gonna dance and then we're gonna take a break. So we just did a song, and then I have, what's the next? Wow, okay, we have a heavy question. If you want to know the tea of Kelly's experiences in tech and in gaming, this is the question to stick around for if you want a perspective of what it's like. And also if you've just never known, I'm gonna share that. So unfortunately, we do have an ad that I have to run. So I'm so sorry to do this to you guys. I would rather run it now. That way people don't miss the conversation. So I'm gonna run the ad. It's 3 minutes. Take this opportunity to stretch, go pee, get a drink. I'm just gonna sit here. So if you have turbo or an ad, sorry, a sub, we're just gonna sit here. So thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll see you in 3 minutes.
Warning, ads are starting.
Thank you for that. Women in STEM. How is life? A toad should be the streamer. I haven't done a toad karaoke in so long. I think it's because I wanted to save my voice because it started to hurt. That's not entirely true. I think it's one of those things where it's like you devalue it if you do it a lot, you know what I mean? So I know that it became kind of frequent that people expected it, which then, yes, did hurt my voice. But thank you for the follow too, Rep. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to check out the lovely lineup of people here. If you can still hear me, there are a lot of women a part of this. So different perspectives as well. So this is just mine. But I'm one of the first days. So this is gonna go for a week if you want to check out all these lovely women. The toad stonks are up. Wake me. You know what sucks though is that I want to do part of the reason why I'm struggling to do toad karaoke for you, Revan, and also chat is that I have a new software. I have the Elgato software now, and the reverb for it kind of sucks, and I paid for it. So, like, you want to hear what it sounds like? It sounds like this. Hold on, I gotta turn off all my... What? Was that not on the whole time? Oh no, I just turned that off. Wait! My compressor hasn't been on the whole time? No wonder I was peaking. Oh, it's such a frustrating thing. Oh, sorry. This is what my voice should sound like. That has been off this whole stream? Well, if I start screaming now, of course it's not gonna peak. All of the filters were off. That's better. What were you listening to before? No! Well, now I'm gonna remove the limiter on here. Oh my god, I had no clue. Raw Kelly. Yeah, this is what it was supposed to be the whole time. You're telling me you were not listening to this? Oh, that sucks. Every now and then when I reboot my PC, it doesn't save the filter, or like it just doesn't default to it. So this is what's supposed to be. You didn't even notice, so that's a good thing. I guess that's a good thing, right? That's good. But the reverb sucks. So if I turn off everything, how can you see into my eyes like open doors? It kind of sucks. The other reverb I have on my other audio interface was so much better. It was fine. It was just more volume variation. Got you. Well, I'm gonna turn it off and put back what it was supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to listen to, like, nonstop. So, then downgrade. I know. I upgraded in some ways, Mateo. I upgraded, it integrates better with my Stream Deck. So I can move scenes, and it's like macros. So, that ended up being way easier for me. I am an Elgato ambassador, but I can still tell you my opinion that I hate the reverb filter. We do have a code, but the reason why I don't add it is because it's not active. And I have people pinging me when it's going to be active, and I have to ask my partnership manager when it's going to be active because they're still waiting. So you can click the link, and that's a what's it called, a cookie, and then it will give me credit, but if you actually want the discount, you're gonna have to use it. So I'm gonna ask her on Monday and see. My code for Elgato is technically not active. So, and it's been about like 2 months, and it sucks because I have somebody that I know wants to buy products, and they keep asking me. Yeah, I know. Well, apparently they told me when I signed up, and everybody else, that the onboarding to get it is really long. So I can tell you about this on Monday. You know, I don't want to take away from the focus for today, but yeah, don't use honey though. Highly recommend the Elgato card. I have an older one. It's the one that goes in your PC though, because I wanted to make sure I had enough like USB ports for other things, because there's a lot of stuff on my PC. So yeah, is everyone back from ads? Do you want to hear the crappy? I don't want to be so negative about it. I'm gonna be honest, they sucked. Some of the experiences I'm gonna share with you really fucking sucked, and I'm gonna use a filler word because it is an emotional reaction, but it did make me stronger, and it makes me more wary of my female counterparts. And just like, if people ask me for advice, I'm gonna be like, this can actually happen to you because it happened to me. So you use that information as you will, and set up, you know, your support systems as is, or like just as needed. But unfortunately I did have shitty experiences. So do you guys want to hear about the gaming one first or the work one first? Oh wait, it says STEM. I think I meant to write STEM and gaming. What's this next question? Oh, it's STEM first and then it's gaming. Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you the STEM one first. The industry can be rough. Yeah, that one's a good one. Aren't exceptional, I know. So, this is specific to my job. So I have been working for 8+ years. I've been in many different tech roles at the same company. So I'm gonna give you the honest truth that this is all one experience at one place. So keep that in mind. Men are shitty in general. So actually, let me just go back a little bit more. In my engineering career, thankfully, as an engineer, because I told chat before I was an aeronautical engineer before I was a comp sci major, thankfully that experience was not bad because I think I found the right people that could support me. And some of those people I'm still friends with. For example, my husband, Josh. I met him when I was an engineering major. My friend Ryan, who comes into chat every now and then, is one of the first people I've ever met at school who still is a good support system for me. So I made friends in my engineering classes that were very respectful and they always helped me and they were very patient with me. So I can tell you that my experience as an engineer, from my professors to my classmates, were all very cordial and like professional and very supportive. If anything, a lot of my professors were encouraging me because they were like verbatim saying like, we need women, like we need to have more representation from that. So I was always encouraged to pursue it. When I switched to comp sci though, that's where things changed. Unfortunately. Solo, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. For the most part, my comp sci experiences were okay. I had all of my professors were professional and encouraged me. There was one teacher who was a woman, so she was particularly, encouraging of me because we are both women. I had a shitty treatment from some unfortunate male counterparts in my senior year. This is probably the shittiest thing, one of the shittiest things that's happened to me, where I have to be a little bit vague because it is doxy. But pretty much I had a senior project that was a semester long, and it was a required class to graduate, and it required finding groups of people where you would basically have a project that it was a 2-semester long thing. So the first semester is like you're building the product and whatever, and then it goes into the second semester where you continue the development of it, and then you present and you demo it. So, unfortunately, hi Allison, welcome in. Unfortunately, my team that I was assigned to was, they treated me differently because I was a woman. And it was, the behavior in particular was that we had a project that was to build like a learning management system. So to those of you who, it was a tech project. It was a programming project where we built features in a website. And the leader of the group, who assigned himself as the leader, never put any of my code into master. And people who don't know what that means, they never took my code. I just did work. We would mark it as done, and he would just never take my portion and put it in the project. And that was the whole entire year. We would, and I was too, there's reasons why I didn't speak up. Somebody could probably ask, why didn't you say anything? There is a very specific reason why I can't share that, because it's very doxing. But unfortunately, because I didn't feel like I had the support from my professor or my peers, I just shut up. I just shut up, and I just showed up every day, and I was like, this is the only class I need in order to pass, and I'm just going to live with it. And I hated it. I hated it every single day. It made me want to, I might actually cry. Like, it made me feel so like inferior and like a piece of shit, because it made me feel like they didn't value me as an engineer. And it's like, if my code sucked, just tell me my code sucks. But it worked, and I would show them that. Hi Gibson, it's good to see you. It sounds like he would have been a jerk to his male counterparts. It's weird how these people are, because he had a girlfriend, and I'm just like, it wasn't a matter of like he didn't know how to talk to a girl. Like, he had a girlfriend, so like, I guess he just didn't, I don't know. I honestly to this day don't know why he just never put my code in.
I don't know why at this point I'm always shocked at the audacity of some people. I am a guy not shitty. Well, thank you. Hi, it's good to see you. Yeah, I really honestly don't know, because I would argue, and I don't want to be like comparing myself to my other like teammates, but like I'm a pretty organized person, so like I don't think my my other teammates who were men, like I don't think they had like phenomenal code. Like there was always like code conflicts, like collisions. So like I remember every single time that he would merge to master, he would get really upset at us, and he would like group message us being like, you know, this all sucks, none of this works. But it's like, why did you wait until the last day to do it? And why are you also putting that responsibility on yourself? Like we could share this, but like he always just wanted to like take ownership on it, and he would just put everyone else's code in, not mine. So I really don't know, but that really, I think, set me up for like, can you imagine how that makes you feel? Like that was my last class before I graduated college, and then I was gonna go into the working world, and I had a job lined up. And the way that my job worked was like I was going into like a technology like program where like I would get trained on whatever I wanted to choose to do. So I had the choice before going into my job whether I wanted to be an engineer or if I wanted to go into something that was more business focused. So part of the reason why I went into the business focused path was because my last experience was having somebody not use my code in the project. And it made me feel like, why did you do that? Am I a shitty engineer? Do I suck? So like, that was part of the reason why I just didn't pursue engineering. And I remember interviewing and having my interviewee tell me like, you would do really well as a software engineer. And then in my head, I was like, I don't know if I believe you, because for a year I put up with an asshole not putting my code into master. And that's supposed to be like my trusted colleague, you know, that I spent like 4 years with. Okay, maybe like 2 years, whatever. He just felt threatened by you, so that's why he didn't put it in, because you knew. I don't think so. I thought he was a better engineer than me, to be honest. He was mad that a woman. I think it could be that. I think it's exactly that. I genuinely, like, I'm an honest person. Like when I say like I sucked at something, I have a level of like understanding of like, is this imposter syndrome or is this the truth? I definitely wasn't the best, but I also wasn't terrible, you know? Like, you're what, 20 something with little experience? Like, you're not a genius at it. Also doesn't work, doesn't help for the developer. I think it was just, he probably felt threatened the fact that I was just in his space. And I like, cause it's like the way he talked to me and treated me also was not respectful either. Like it was, I always felt like a bother, you know? And then anything that I would try to talk about just felt overshadowed. Like I would just be talked over. So it really sucked, honestly. I had some conflicts in my capstone too that, oh, I'm so sorry, Sarita. Am I saying your name right, by the way? People don't need to be in leadership positions, yeah. Because then they're the reason why, you know, companies will have a bad rep and like bad managers make good people leave, right? It's just gonna further ruin the experience. And like, then there's also the same type of person that's like, why aren't there women here? I'm like, what do you mean? Do you see how you treated me? Just not putting in your code helps no one. Yeah, I would have rather had him come up to me and say like, this sucks, because then at least it's closure, and then I can actually do something with it and be like, okay, it sucks, how can I help? You know, as opposed to being like, the next day I go to class and realize it's not there and they presented without the code, because it's not like it wasn't like the professor was closely managing like what stories. I don't want to be too technical if people don't follow, but we did everything in an agile way. So like everyone had certain workloads, and then like you would do it in like a to-do way. So it's like, these are the things we're doing, this is the stuff we're doing that's in progress, and this is the stuff we finished. And then like all of that went into the demo every 2 weeks. So it's not like the professor was looking at the work. The professor was basically like, I want you to demo to me what you did, and you're all self-managing. So it was easy for my teammate to kind of present in a way that could hide it. So that also, I think, did not help, that I couldn't really raise my hand and be like, you know, that's my stuff is done, but it's not in the product, you know? I don't know, Mateo. You never know. I really don't know. Right? Because at the end of the day, you have the same goal, make working code. Yeah. Your code is cootie. You shouldn't doubt the quality of your work for an announcement that treats you well. I know you do. Well, thank you. I did the thing and it worked. Everything I did worked, just didn't make it. So unfortunately, that was my start into the working world, was that my college experience sucked a little bit towards the end. Leading up to it, it was all really great. But that was like a really shitty like introduction to it. Then went into engineering. Oh, hold on. I'm still talking about tough. Hold on. I'm getting confused. This is college. Then when I went to the working world, I was basically in business focused roles because they treated me better and they tended to have more women. And then eventually, so my first job was a data analyst role. And if you were here in the beginning of the stream, I was a data analyst for about 1.5 years, and it was led by a woman, and she was great. I had no complaints. I felt like I was supported. I loved what I did. You might have a goal for working code and other, yeah. You know what? To your point, Quiet Geek, I don't like to make assumptions, but I can observe something and make a, you know what I mean? Make a conclusion, possibly. I could be wrong, but the type of person that the guy that was the leader was the type of person who would claim credit for things. You probably all know someone like that. Somebody who kind of wants to like push others to the side and like be the one, you know, that everyone looks at. Because he also was the first person to be like, I'm the leader, I'm doing it all, I'm doing this. And I was like, okay. So at the time, I really wasn't like confident in myself, where I am now a person that can question things and I can be like, hold on, let's talk about this. Whereas back then I kind of was more like a shut up and like let everything happen, because I just didn't know that you should push back, you know? A sexist douche. Yeah. Yep. A glory hug. Yeah, you could call it that, because again, he was acting that way with the other male counterparts in our team, not just because it was me. He also was like not letting other people shine. Like, because like when I work on a team with people, if I do a piece of work, I'll be like, hey, I got help from Gina today, like thank you guys so much, like here's my status, I just want to give a shout out to so and so, or like Sarah or something, who just like helped me unblock this, you know what I mean? This type of guy was like, this is what we did, and I pretty much did it all, you know? So no, not only did he disrespect your work, yeah, exactly, he never gave credit. He never highlighted anyone else's efforts. It was always very selfish, I would say. And thank you for the 5 stream streaks. I appreciate that. I do know this. I've had several people at Wendy's assume they know everything. Most of them will never listen regardless. I don't know what the way around it is, honestly, Revan. I feel like it's just recognize that they're like that and just stay the fuck away from them, honestly. An overall horrible human being. He lost all credibility for me. And then as soon as I graduated, I blocked him from everything, because I knew I had to be cordial just to like make sure everything was smooth. But like, my God, I do not want to give that person any time of the day anymore, and haven't. So yeah. Ooh, this is so heavy. It doesn't stop, guys. It doesn't stop. So my first job was good. That's a good thing. Okay. One of my managers is a woman. I respect her. Oh, good for her. And she's 21. Good on you for not letting that also be something where you're like, she's 21 years younger, she doesn't know what she's doing. Because that's a thing that happens too, unfortunately. Thank you, Gibson. I unfortunately have more to share, which is, I don't know if it's better or worse. Actually, nothing's gonna be better, but I don't know if it's worse than this. So my first role in my working job, I have to make sure I choose my words correctly. I don't want to be super, you know what I mean? I don't want to accidentally say things, but was a data analyst role. I loved it. I did SQL. It was in tech. The reason why I left it was because I wanted to try to go into software engineering again. So I tried one role, got good experience, had a good manager and everything. He supported me in my, my desire to try a software engineering job. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna apply for this role. I'd like your support on this. And he was like, yeah, sure. So I got the job, and it's at the same company, and it was like a transitional like analyst to software engineering role. So there was kind of like this expectation of like, we're gonna help you kind of transition as an engineer. And then if I could give any advice, if somebody tells you that, make sure you have that A in writing, and 2, ask them for a written plan, because I think that was my first lesson, is that if it's just all talk and nothing happens, it's just gonna be a shitty experience. At least that was for me. So because it was like, we'll figure it out, we'll transition you, there was no written plan. There wasn't any like KPIs or metrics or anything that we were like, at this certain point we're going to make sure and expect you to be here. It was just like a very open-ended thing, but I took it because I really wanted to take the opportunity and transition into a software engineering role. So for the first couple months, I just kind of felt like no one really knew what to do with me. And the team that I was put on, I had a very respectful team lead. He was always willing to teach me. And I think had I still continued to work with him, I think I would have been good at my job. But he was also, I don't know why corporate does this, but they always look at somebody and they're like, this person's really good at what they do and they know how to talk to business people, so we're gonna promote them. And then they end up being miserable because they're like, but I wanted to be an engineer, not a leader. So eventually he transitioned into a leadership role and stopped being my own mentor because they were like, we're gonna promote him. Peter Principal. It's so frustrating. I don't know why corporate does that. It's a separate conversation, but that is the reality of like why I stopped talking to him, because he was promoted for being very, very good at his job. Bye, Gabby. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, promoted to your level of competence. Exactly. Whatever. Oh, God, it makes me so mad. But anyways, this is kind of where we're transitioning into the pandemic. So as this guy got promoted and we started to grow, we had to shift teams again because we had new priorities and, you know, people got like moved around. So I got put on a team with another person who did not want to be a leader. To the same thing as what you just said, Ralph, is that they made a new team and they told a guy who was good at his job, you're gonna be the new leader, and he never wanted to do it. And because of that, he sucked at being a leader, and is part of the reason why I got harassed for this entire next segment. Howdy, Danny, good to see you. No, they're out of touch and no longer understand any people under them. I honestly think it's laziness. I think it's laziness because they don't want to hire people to do it. They would rather just be like, they would rather shift people because it's cheaper. Then they don't have to ask for a budget to hire somebody and waste, in their eyes, waste, but take the time to interview and like go through that, because that is a time consuming thing. Yeah, they would rather outsource. So I don't know, Joey. I think yes, but it depends on the job, because I want a job that helps me manage streaming. My goals have changed in the last 5 years, where maybe 5 years ago I would have said yes, but finding streaming has made me realize how much I value being here, because this is the space where I feel safe and I feel like my 100% authentic self, and I can throw all my passion into without some other entity telling me what to do and like skewing it. So depends on the job and their requirements and stuff. Well, no. Is knowing how to manage people. You have to be able to relate, but at the same time understand you're a person they will come to. Yeah, hi, Special. So yeah, this next segment is really heavy. I'm gonna be really honest with you. So if anybody gets trigger warning, here's your content warning. So when the pandemic hit, we changed teams, and then there was a new person. I don't know what to call him, because I don't want to like negatively call. Is there like a stupid name, like stupid but not masculine sounding? Can we call him like Button or something? Because if I say something like Danny, then everyone's gonna associate Danny as a bad person. But if I say Button, it's like we're all gonna laugh. Douche nozzle. Dude bro, you know what, dude bro is, you know what, dude bro is kind of okay. Booty, dude bro, do we just call him dude? I don't know, maybe I'll just not try to use his name or something. No, you're fine, Danny, you're fine. So at the Dr. Booty Cheeks, so at the time Dr. Booty Cheeks got promoted to be a leader, and then he didn't want to do it, so there's your context. Then the pandemic hit. So as this new team formed, I was put on it with Dr. Booty Cheeks, and everyone was sent home. So we not only were dealing with what the hell is happening, do I have a job? And then Dr. Booty Cheeks was like, I don't know how to be a manager. And then Kelly was like, how do I become an engineer? Because I'm supposed to be like trained or like transitioned, right? So all of that just formed a really negative thing. And over time, Dr. Booty Cheeks, this is making us a bad thing funny, by the way. Dr. Booty Cheeks eventually was like, I don't know how to manage Kelly. That's the honest truth. He didn't know what to assign me. He didn't know how to manage me. He didn't know how to guide me. So, and also, this is really inappropriate. Leading up to the pandemic, he would say verbal things in the office to me that were really weird. I got married during this time frame, and one of the things he told me the weekend after I got married was, when are you getting a divorce? So he's like the type of guy if you think of somebody at your office or somebody in your life that's like really edgy, makes inappropriate jokes, this is that guy. Mr. Skeezy. Even as a joke, yeah. He did it on Teams too. He would make comments to me as well in person, and he called me exotic. If regulars remember this, do you remember a while ago I described being called exotic? It was from him. He called me exotic. You do not tell someone who's Asian you look exotic. You just say you look beautiful, okay? You don't say you look different, okay? Yes, on Teams, which actually is a good thing because I won my HR case because of that. If you want the super too long didn't read. Because he said some things during Teams, I was able to win. But before Teams and the pandemic, he did say verbal things. Even cute is inappropriate in a professional setting, in my opinion. So he would make comments about my appearance. He would make Asian jokes to me in person and on Teams. Like, Hero Carrie. Like, I know my name is Hero Carrie. I'm kind of taking that connotation and making a positive spin on it. But he also said that, like, Hero Carrie. And I'm like, dude, that's really fucking bad in, like, a professional. Yeah, and he was a leader. He was a leader. This is a lot of red flags. I wish I could just pull up the messages because I still have it. He also made a joke at me once of like, when am I ever gonna get pregnant so that I can take advantage of leave and just like, it was something like that. Something like, you know, women have it so easy, you can just get pregnant and have leave. And I'm like, dude, you can't say that. And because I was transitioning into this new job, my brain was like, I don't know what's going on, because I was like, nobody's saying no to this guy. And also part of me was like, I really want this job and I don't know who to trust, and I don't know what, like, it was just like a lot of confusion. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, so easy. Leading in the most inappropriate comments in the office. Yeah. What's the proper term? You look nice today. I think if somebody came up to me and said, you look nice today, or like, I like your hair, or I like your outfit, I think that's the more, I think it also depends on the relationship of the person a lot. Because like, obviously with him saying like, you look cute or something like that to me, as well as saying you look exotic and blah, 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 it starts to make me wonder what the intent is. But if you're like a friendly person and you say I look beautiful, I don't know. I think if somebody said beautiful to me in the office, I'd be like, if it's a girl, no, a girl wouldn't even do that. A girl would just be like, you look great. I think you just don't comment at all. Yeah. There's no need for it. Yeah. You don't want to be. Yeah. And also keep in mind, he was my leader. You shouldn't be doing that if he's, because that's a power imbalance, right? You shouldn't be doing that if he's the one giving me my work. I wouldn't even say exotic. Yeah. If you want to comment on somebody's race, just don't. There's my lesson to you there. If you look at me and you're like, you're Asian, and I have the need to say you're exotic, just don't do it. I know I'm Asian. Oh god, it's so stupid. But yeah, this all comes back to, unfortunately, during the pandemic, I had harassment from him because he would make comments about my race, about my gender, and then he would not give me any work on top of that, and I didn't know what to do because I was like, well, if I were to complain, the complaint goes to you. You know what I mean? And one of the things that sticks out to me during the pandemic was one time we were giving our statuses on, we were giving up our because I don't want to be too technical, but we were doing our Scrum update. So that means we were doing our daily stand up, saying what we're doing for the day. I didn't have anything to share because I had nothing on my board. And he said something along the lines of like, what is little baby Kelly gonna do today? And I was like, what the hell? Like, I don't think I was on camera that entire year because I just felt so like diminished and just felt I just felt so uncomfortable the whole year. Telling someone they're beautiful, handsome can be read as congratulations of being lucky with good genetics, while complimenting somebody on their outfit is complimenting on the skill of the person picking that outfit or putting on the makeup. Yeah, so I agree. I completely agree. You didn't even know his age. Yeah, did you know I am half Taiwanese? I'm proud of it. But yeah, I had a really shitty experience, and thankfully, because he put some of these comments on Teams, because this is again during peak pandemic, people didn't really know how to communicate. I don't know. There's no excuse for it. I was able to take eventually all of the stuff that he told me, and I just gave it to HR. And I actually have Twitch to thank because this is when I started streaming. So when the pandemic happened, I switched jobs. I also picked up streaming. And over time, I started to gain more confidence as a streamer because I learned how to set boundaries. And I also learned how to surround myself with the people that could, you know, encourage me to be my best self. And over time, some of those people who are still in this community encouraged me to go to HR. So hello, Christina, thank you. So shout out to chat, because I think chat is part of the reason why I was able to get enough courage to go and ask HR for help. And thankfully, because he's an asshole and he's an idiot, all of those comments helped me, because why would you say that to anybody? And I was able to leave the job and get I got reassigned to a job that had a woman as a leader. So I stayed in that for a while. Everything was fine. And then over time, I had realized if we ever go back in the office, I'm gonna have to see him, because it was like a parallel team still working with him, but not on his, like, because we had like more than one team. So eventually I was like, I need to leave. But temporarily I was able to be on a different team, still grow and kind of decide like, is this something I want to continue doing? I had really great team members, and the leader was a woman. So eventually I was just like, okay, well, if we go back into the office, I don't want to see him ever again. So I completely changed like jobs again, to the point like it's tough because when you work in a big company, like it doesn't sound as impressive when you say I just went to a different job, but like there's literally so many things that make it up. So I could be in like a completely different area and still work at the same place. So I just chose a different like business to work for, if that makes sense. And I never see him. So yeah, that's Kelly's unfortunate experiences. Thankfully, some of them are positive. Unfortunately, some are negative of my career so far. But HR did take care of it. I'm 31. I'm old. I'm old as fuck. But unfortunately, Mateo, this is not going to make you too happy. HR did take care of it. HR also said, guys, you're going to be so mad, guys. He wasn't fired. So HR supported me, and they supported me, and like I want to go work on some other team. Like I basically was able to say like, this is what I want and you have to do it. So they honored that. However, they did not fire him. They ended up promoting him. They put him in a different leadership position. Because he's so valuable in his knowledge that they didn't find that to be damning enough to fire him. He still works there now. I still sometimes see him. However, I am so much different as a person that in my head, I'm just like, and I'm living my best life over here, and I'm so glad I don't have to work with you ever again, and you are miserable. Of course, yeah. So unfortunately, while HR did support me, they still have him there. Sarita is absolutely right. HR protects the company's interest over people. If you want a more, if it's not clear as day, if you find something that you know you're good at, job security will help you in job security. He is so good at what he does. And I recognize that, and I know he's good at it because he was good at it. He's not replaceable, you know? People like that should not be in leadership. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. I've left places because HR wouldn't remove the one less toxic person. Yeah. I thought about leaving. If you're curious, like, Kelly, why have you been sticking it around? I'm in a much better place now. The team that I've been on now, again, like if you were here in the beginning, they're all women. I love working with my women counterparts. They're amazing. I get to meet some of them. I'm going on a work trip 2 weeks from now. I'm traveling and they're paying for everything, and I get to see some of those coworkers I have not met since like I started the job, and I can't tell you how like so happy I am to meet them. So that's part of the reason why I haven't left, because like, yeah, morally, I don't like the fact that he still works there. However, selfishly, like, I'm just happy and I want the money. I'm gonna be honest. It's a good pay. It's a good work-life balance. It helps me do streaming because of my job. I'm close to work. I have a good work-life balance and I like what I do and I like my coworkers. So there's some nuances that I don't like, which is mainly like returning to office. However, for the most part, I have been treated with absolute respect, and they're so nice to me. They say things to me like, Kelly, are you like a YouTuber or something? Before I told them I was a streamer, I was told that I have excellent like presentation skills and that I have like a certain like presence when I like present things. And I'm just like, yeah, I do. I'm online and I do stream. And they're like, yeah, we thought you were a YouTuber because the way that you explain things is very, very confident. And it makes sense. So like I get lots of praise at work, so I don't want to leave it, to be honest. Phil, welcome in. And it's not like another place that's, yes, that's a great point. That is a fantastic point. If I leave, I don't know if I'm gonna have another issue. And I also, this is the reality of the world. I've been here for so long that I have a sense of seniority and like my salary and my benefits. If I go somewhere else, I have to start brand new, and I don't want to do that like at this late. I know somebody said I'm not old, but you know, I don't want to be a junior again. You know, I'm literally a senior right now, and I don't want to go back to being a junior and have to rebuild those relationships, and I just don't want to do that. I'm ready for different things in my life, you know? I'm convinced the entire return to office bullshit is driven by micromanagers who are incapable of believing work is done if they don't see it. Yeah, you're right. And real estate values, you're absolutely right. You know? Honestly, yeah, you're right. This current market is very risky. And it's been risky for like 2 years, right? Because that was another thing that went in my mind where I was like, okay, I know I want to leave this job because this guy's being an asshole to me. So temporarily, I'm just going to go to some other team and see where I'm at. And then I did apply. I even got like some of my pals in chat to refer me to their companies. And it's just a really tough market that I never got a single interview. Maybe my resume sucks, but like, I know that I'm a good worker, but it is rough out there. It is really hard and competitive. And especially if you want to remain remote, it is really competitive. So W's to the pals. I'm gonna be here until they fire me. You know what I mean? But thank you for listening. That was a really long topic and also very not happy at times. And it's unfortunately a truth to part of my career, but I use it as a way to let people know like this is a reality. Like you hear about mistreatment from like women and other people and other marginalized like people. Unfortunately, I'm part of the statistic, and you could look at me and be like, I would never have known that. And the only way that you would know is if I were to tell you, you know. I wanted to work for a company, but I would rather start my own business. There's not such a thing as job security anymore, or the American dream. I'm right there with you. I would love to start my own business. I never wanted to do that until the pandemic happened, and it made me realize how much I value spending time with my friends and my family, because I can't believe we used to just commute. Like, I remember just feeling so exhausted every single day, just driving in, sitting there looking busy, and then coming home. Like, yes, I'm working, but there's downtime. Like honestly, most of us are probably working like 4 to 5 hours, and there's 3 hours of like, what do we do? Let's all take a walk, or let's do the cool water cooler shit. You know what I mean? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here. As someone who could never work remote, I want all of those roads. I want to not be on the road for you. It's wild how much just travel eats away at your time and energy. Yeah, I won't do. I know. I'm a 31-year-old newly graduated network specialist, and I've been unemployed since, oh my God, since I graduated in May because the market is so competitive. Every company. I'm so sorry, Gibson. I'm really sorry. That is really disheartening. And the thing is that you are probably very much qualified, like, than most of the people that have jobs. That's the thing that really crushes like me, is that I think the interview process doesn't reflect the job. And we hired somebody who quit because she was not a good fit, and she didn't even know. I don't know how she did this, but one of the things I had to help her with is that she ended up pushing every single code to like, when we migrate code, you have to pick what you, like a branch. It's like a branch, right? You have a branch, you want to push the branch. And the way that we do it is that you have to tick what your things are, but like you have it under technically a branch. I have to be really, really vague here. But somehow she ended up pushing every single item that ever existed that's shared amongst teams. And I was like, I don't know how she did that. And then when I was trying to troubleshoot with her, I was like what, the page wasn't working or something. So I was like, what, can you just refresh the page? She took her cursor and went to the address bar, clicked and dragged all the way to the end, and then pressed enter. And I'm like, I know that's really stupid, like small. Let me be a little bit nicer here, but like, I know that there's really bright people that are ready to get into a job and that are efficient and like sharp. And I'm like, how does she have a job? How is she our hire? Oh my God. I've been sitting here for a minute just listening to you. Have a cool vibe. It's very refreshing trade as a Twitch streamer. Well, thank you, Retta. That means a lot because this is a quite different vibe than what I'm normally putting out. I mean, I'll talk about tough topics, but today we're doing like a raid train, and it is to focus on women. So I'm explaining, you know, my experiences as a woman in just like male dominated fields. So thank you for listening. We are normally a little bit more upbeat, but sometimes we have these talks, you know. There have been bad interviews that my managers have encountered. Well, on the contrary, this woman, I interviewed her. Isn't that shitty? I interviewed her and she was really good at selling herself. So like, I hate that interviews are just a means of how well can you sell yourself. And then when you get to the job, they are nothing like what they said or are in the interview. Because as soon as we hired her, she went from like, I could tell she was not a good fit. Like I think she just lied about her resume. Apparently it's easy to lie about your resume because I believed her. Like, why wouldn't I believe her? If she says she does this and then we have all these questions and then she's able to answer them, I'm like, okay, because like the way interviews work is that you don't give them things to do. It's a waste of time for us. It honestly should be a thing, but the way that we ended up doing it was just asking people questions and she just knew the right answers to say. Interviews are so hard. I'm so sorry, Sakura. Yeah, it is tough. Gibson, I hope it works out for you though. You seem really bright. And I really hope you figure it out. I believe in you. I made a program for Windows and C++. No one cares. It didn't help me. Oh. Well, you made a program for Windows? Like the company Windows? Hiring managers are great like that, and then they get ghosted right after. Honestly, I'm just convinced that people just don't have the best. Like, I think like you get a limited budget and then you have to do that on top of your work. And I think people, when the hiring manager, they're just like, we just need to get someone in, you know, like there's no grace from like the upper management that can be like, take your time, make sure it's the right fit. And I think because of that, you make rush decisions and then you just hire bad people, which then in the end means that you have to fix it anyways. People just don't think that way, you know? Yeah, I wish I could do more for you. But yeah, I believe in you. I have no idea how people get away with it either. Yeah, well, maybe if that inspires anybody, just figure out how to sell yourself more, I guess. I say that very jokingly because I also am a shitty interviewer. Because I interviewed and I interviewed only internally and I never got those jobs. I never got any interviews outside of the jobs. And I just like, I got feedback, thankfully, from my denial. And they just said something like there were just other people that had more experience than you. And I'm like, damn, like, I think I'm pretty qualified. But my God, there's actually people. How are you supposed to get experience if you don't get the job? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you want somebody with this much experience, but like, I can never get the experience if I don't get the chance to do it. It's so like, what is it? We advertise a role and we have like 20 applicants who have much more extensive experience than we're looking for. So the other 50 plus people who could probably do the job don't have hope. Hold on. Different country and industry, but we advertise a role and we have like 20 applicants who have much more extensive experience than we're looking for. So the other 20. Oh, I see. Because they don't have that experience. That literally just goes into what I was just saying. Yeah. I mean, me attempting to start my own business is attempting to be a content creator, but that is also a very hard thing to achieve, and I recognize that. So I'm smart enough to be like, okay, I'll try to do both things for the time being. I don't nearly make enough money to sustain myself through streaming. From my perspective of somebody working in tech, the issue with hiring juniors right now is that the education has limited correlation to the actual job. That's a great point. So without something that is distinguished as a potential candidate, hiring a junior is a potential gamble compared to somebody with a work history. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. Actually, I have one question here because I'm going with the flow of the thing. Where is it? What advice would you give somebody starting in STEM? So to your point, Quiet Geek, because college doesn't give you the experience that a job would, I feel like the thing that set me up for success, because I'm not like book smart, I'm not like a brilliant coder by any means, but the reason why I got my jobs is because when I was in college, I was always doing work. I was always doing internships. For whatever reason, like my major only required one internship. And it was optional. It was an optional thing. You could either do a capstone in college, in school, or you could seek an internship. And I decided to get an internship in my sophomore year so that I had an internship every single year. By the time that I was in my senior year, I had already been extended an offer. So I feel like if I could give any advice, it's to recognize that your college curriculum is not going to reflect what the job is and the day-to-day of the jobs. Because like, you don't get taught how to use Salesforce. You don't get taught how to manage talking to like a business stakeholder. I know that like some developers might not have that, but there is still like people skills that you're expected to know how to do. Hi Dragon, welcome in. So it's like, recognize that you won't get that and go work and get that experience so that by the time that you graduate, you can, and honestly, if it's not even paid, get a paid one if you can, but if you can't, go for the unpaid one. And that really sucks to say, but like, I think it's more valuable to get the work experience and not have it be paid than just to not take it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I stood out compared to my counterparts when I was interviewing because I had like 2 to 3 years already of working experience, that by the time I was doing like, you know, what was something that you did that was challenging, blah, 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 like all those questions, I was like, yeah, I did this like last week, you know, I had to do this and resolve this issue with this client, like XYZ, you know? That would be my advice to somebody starting, is just to do internships, which was very valuable. Good. I mean, I doesn't help you now. I know. I just feel like this market just sucks now, though. I want to help you so bad. Do co-op work programs? Yeah, co-ops are, I hear, are really great too. The reason why I got my first job in tech was putting together a mini portfolio of projects showing proficiency in a variety of technologies, combined with a good interview and a company that was willing to take a gamble on me, and partly because it saved them a bunch of money hiring an external contractor. Yeah, because you're cheaper when you're, yeah, Good for you, though. I'm glad that I ended up working. Oh, it's the wrong button. I meant to do that one. I'm sorry. 2 to 3 years of work for someone straight out of college. Yeah, that exactly. I had 2 to 3 years by the time I was applying for full-time jobs, and that was much better than somebody just coming out. And it sucks because it feeds into what you just said of like, why would you hire somebody who has no experience, and why would you just hire the person with more? It just sucks. That's just how it is. I looked better than somebody just starting their career. Ugh. I hope there's a shift, you know? I wonder if there's gonna be a shift, but, you know, I don't know. But that would be my advice now. I'm also 10 years out of college. Keep that in mind, so take that with a grain of salt. This is what I would tell myself. Personal connection with the interviewers, yeah. People skills are also really valuable. I know a lot of tech people don't like to hear that, myself included, but it is very valuable to know how to talk to somebody, to kind of fake it till you make it. I know you probably don't care. I don't care half the time. But like your facial cues and your body language is really important, and like how you present yourself is important, because it's basically somebody saying, do I want to hire you to put in front of a business, or like to have the business know you're working on their product? And if the answer is no, they're not going to hire you. So you have to be somebody that at least looks confident and like can be trusted, or can be trusted to communicate. Like I was asked why I wanted to go into engineering, and got into a conversation with a guy about me and my friends taking apart bikes just to figure out parts of them. And my dad being able to point to buildings and bridges in Worcester and saying, I built that. Oh my God. Wait, that's crazy. I do like Tate McRae. We could do X's, actually. We haven't had a dancing session in a while. And oh my God, wait, how long have we been yapping? I have 30 minutes, guys. How long was this segment? 2 years with research assistantships and internship combined for a master's candidate. It helped me getting my first job, so echo on Carrie's advice. Thank you. We have rewarded the move a fast break thing approach, and now I think we forgot to fix it after it's broken. We've been yapping. I mean, to be fair, this entire stream was supposed to uplift like my experience in STEM and in gaming. We didn't even get to the gaming one, which is my challenges facing in gaming. Because I have had that too, but I did tell it in the beginning of the stream where somebody didn't believe that I had the skill set to beat him at a game, and he asked me if I had older brothers, and I told him no, and he was like, that's impossible. You have had to have older brothers in order to beat me in this game. And I'm like, no, I just play the game. It was Mario Kart out of everything. It's not even like something super competitive like Counter-Strike. It was freaking Mario Kart. I got this opinion from. So yeah, that is me the whole time. I might have to play it by ear because it's a special stream, Christina, but any other time I'm playing Just Dance, I'm welcome. I would love to have suggestions. Today is supposed to be a little bit more talking focused because I'm working with some other peers on this raid train, so yeah. But yeah, Mario Kart. Being able to communicate and explain at different levels of understanding is very useful. Senior management will rarely understand tech or STEM. I was literally just thinking about this the other day because I was in a meeting and I was like, my God, my job is basically just to break things into smaller terms for our businesses to understand. Because they were like, can we do this product, or like, can you build this thing for us? And like my lead on the call was like, it takes 2 seconds to learn how to do this. And it's like, you would rather invest a month of work for us to build this thing for you, as opposed to being like, can you teach me? You're right though, it is exactly that. Please don't copy and paste an unedited cover letter from ChatGPT, which a lot of people seem to be doing these days. No! Hey! Hi, Raiders! Hi, Emmy! Hi, Gibson! Little support for the ooh, thank you! Thank you so much, Lily! It's Lily, right? I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much for supporting the raid train. We've been just doing a lot of yapping, so thank you guys so much for coming in. If you don't know me, my name is Kelly. I am a Just Dancer normally. I play Just Dance with green on, so you guys can change the pattern while I dance. I coded it in C#. It's my little plug and proud thing of the what I did. And Lily Ricks, okay, cool. I'll add that as a note here. Thank you for supporting the raid train. Lily has been a moderator and a wonderful help. they've been helping organize the behind the scenes. So thank you. We talked a lot about my STEM experience. We were just moving on to like my gaming experiences, but I think let's do one song because we yapped for like probably 40 minutes and then we can go back to the original prompt. Thank you. Hi, welcome. But yeah, here's a little bit about me. I'm also the Twith girl. Have you ever seen this emote around that originated from our channel? And when we're not doing Just Dance, we're yapping and we're playing games. But yeah, I was like, is that another Gibson? So yeah, we're gonna tackle this question when I come back. Facing challenges in gaming as a woman, so particularly streaming and anything. If you were curious about the previous question, because I also work full-time in tech, just go back to the VOD and you will get the very detailed answer of what that was like. So yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Please feel free to take care of yourself, raid and run. Let's dance to X's. I picked a bunch of songs from Just Dance that either made me feel empowered as a woman about how I felt doing the dance, or either by the artist or the choreography. So there's a lot of themes here. X's, the lyrics, you know, I think when I picked X's, it was for Tate McRae, because I think she's such a woman. I can't even describe it. She's a woman. She makes me feel like a woman when I dance. And to those of you who don't know, I'm not a professional dancer. I've only been dancing through this game, and I've been doing it for like 2.5 years. So everything I've known is through this game. But yeah, welcome in. Exclamation point green screen. Thank you. If you want to learn how to change the pattern, feel free to spam emotes. I can see chat when I'm dancing, so if you ever need to get a hold of me, hopefully not, you know how to do that. So, all right. Thank you guys.
Sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like a origami. Oh, I'm sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Kisses to my exes who don't give a about me. Kisses to the next ones who think they can live without me. They make up, going back up, and I swear they never call me. But I still keep their number in the necklace. Kisses to my exes happens every time. I don't make mean to be cold, but it's how I get. Me and on my back, tryna burn down this bridge anytime we can. And again, I'm a wild ride that never stops. I'm a hard case they can't unlock. And I swear I can't lie, just not enough. Let's just say it is what it is and was what it was. Kisses to my exes who don't give a about me. Kisses to the next ones who think they can live without me. They make up, going back up, and they swear they never call me. But I still keep their number in the necklace. Kisses to my exes. I'm sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Oh, I'm sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Say I wanna go there, they don't wanna leave. Make another promise that I can't keep. I don't ever know what I want, but that's what you want. I'm down with that, baby. Making it all before it starts. Making it all up in my head. Probably just overshare about things I never meant. I'm a wild ride that never stops. I'm a hard case that can't unlock. And I swear I can't lie, just not enough. Let's just say it is what it is and was what it was. Kisses to my exes who don't give a about me. Kisses to the next ones who think they can live without me. They make up, going back up, and they swear they never call me. But I still keep their number in the necklace. Kisses to my exes. I'm sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Oh, I'm sorry that you love me. Change my mind up like it's origami. Kisses to my exes.
Jesse. Oh my god, I'm dying. I'm dying in Minecraft. Thank you for all the follows. I see so many of you guys. Thank you. I forgot that I had my lights on for follows, so I was like, oh, what's happening? And I'm like, oh, I remember. Only one can remain. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Such a fun one. The scoring is sus. Oh. I think I'm okay. You know what? I am better than I was when I started. I'll take that. The AI is trying to replace me. No. Thank you, Retta. Thank you. That's really sweet of you to say that. Thank you. I really love Just Dance. It is I've never learned how to dance in my life. And it's a really accessible tool and has a fun community on how to get started. If anyone's curious. Woo! Oh. We have an ad that's gonna start in 2 minutes, so we have 20 more minutes. So, oh, there's another Josh. That's what you meant, Mr. Josh GPT. Oh my God, there's Mr. Josh GPT and a Mr. Mod Josh in chat. Let's go. Wow. I don't care about the score either. Oh, thank you, Mateo, because I am a little self-conscious with how I dance. Everyone's a little bit different with their expressions, so it's something that's hard to not compare yourself, because like I look at someone like Lynn or I look at someone like Avery and I'm like, man, I wish that I could do XYZ. But the truth is that everyone looks different when they dance. So as long as you feel good doing it, I think that's all that matters. There was another raid? Wait, Kiwi, hi! I see that you followed and I just made no distinction. Thank you so much for the raid too, Kiwi. I believe Kiwi's also part of the raid train. I'm so sorry I missed you. Thank you guys so much. If you guys don't know, we're doing a raid train with the UWU raid train. It's my first year participating. There's all these wonderful women participating. I believe Kiwi's a part of it. We had Lily, who's gonna be a part of it as well. So thank you so much for supporting me in my first time. I was in the zone. Thank you. But yeah, if you don't know me, I'm Kelly. I do Just Dance, I do Yappin', I do variety. I'm also the Twith girl. And I've been talking about my experiences as a woman in STEM because I work a full-time tech job, and then also as my experiences in gaming. And then a little bit about Just Dance too, because I think while it's important to highlight the things that kind of suck, because some of my experiences have not been good, I do want to recognize there have been really wonderful things in my life that have encouraged me to be myself and have been like a really big support to me. And part of it has been Just Dance, because the people in it are the sole reason why I even stream it to begin with. Like, cool, I get to dance, I get to do this really cool thing and learn a new skill, but like the people are what make me feel like so empowered, and I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. And it is fun. You're right. Hi, thank you. It's very sweet. You brought me saying you're gonna be their problem now. Well, feel free to raid and run. Take care of yourself. You are our problem now. It's okay. I'm so sorry that we have an ad. I just didn't click skip. I'm so sorry. You're not gonna miss much. I have to breathe and catch my breath and drink water. So if you don't have turbo or sub, you're gonna get hit with a 3-minute ad. And then we will be wrapping this up very soon. I have about 20 minutes. So I think we're gonna do maybe 2 more questions, and then if we have 1 more song, I'll do that. But we'll see. Can't Tame Her is probably the one I was gonna end with, as high energy it is, unless people have different opinions of like my Just Dance folks. If you think there's a better song to end on, I have Toy Million, nope, Toxic, Give Me More, Love Me Land. I'm gonna leave that one out because I'm wearing a skirt. Poker Face, Yes and Whenever, How Do You Like That? I Want to Dance With Somebody. I thought about I Want to Dance With Somebody and Whitney.
Warning, ads are starting.
I know, I probably would lean towards Can't Tame Her though, just because the message of it is great, and who the person is an inspiration, you know? But yeah, we have an ad. I'm sorry. What do? Do we just stare at each other now? Hi, Fergie. Griggy, I'm glad that the package got to you safe. You know, have I ever told you guys that I put googly eyes on my camera? So I'm staring at googly eyes right now. Because I started recording offline for, I started a Let's Play channel. Here's like a Kelly plug, but I'm starting a new journey because I've learned you won't find a lot of story games on stream because I can't focus on the game and talk to chat because I'm just a yapper. So, mods, can we add Kitty Jam? Where's Bro Team? I don't know who's a mod. Is it Fergie? Are you a mod in 7TV? I'll just do it. Gibson, do you want it? I'll give it to you. Wait, Apple, hi! Wait, hold on. We're in an ad. No. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Beep, beep, I'm a sheep. Let's go! Can you hear me? Hi, Raiders, can you hear me? We're in an ad. But, guys, guys, Apple is partner now. Applejack-a-roni is partner. We have to give her a big shout out because she just hit partner. I don't know if you can hear me, but you got partner. I'm so proud of you, girl. I'm so proud of you. Literally, what, today or yesterday? It was, wait, when did you ping me? It was today, right? I said ping. Oh my god. I'm so sorry if you're in an ad. I don't know when it's gonna go over, but I feel like I should wait until it's done before I go and say hi to everybody. I'm so sorry. But please go give her a follow. She's worked so hard to hit this milestone. She absolutely deserves it. She's very, very sweet if you're into like another cozy community focused kind of vibe. You're welcome. It was yesterday? Okay. It was the same day for me. Hi, Techie. You want me to do Apple in honor of Apple? Do you want me to do Apple in honor of Apple? I suck at this dance, but sure. Unless Apple Jackaroni has a specific artist in mind that you want me to dance to. It's completely up to you if you want to raid and run, take care of yourself. We have about 15 minutes left in our slot, so I think let's wait for the ad to do. We could do another song and then we'll see where we're at because we did have one more heavy topic. I'm so sorry. I'm doing a bad job here. To those of you not in ads, thank you, Zash. My name is Kelly. If you don't know me, I'm a Just Dancer. We do a lot of dancing here. When I need to take a break, we do yapping. We do some variety. I'm also the Twith girl. So it originated from this channel. If you're curious, it was from me. Yes, please lurk and thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Welcome back from the ads. Hopefully everyone can hear me now. I'm so sorry. It was unfortunate timing. Yes, thank you for the twits. But yeah, here's a little bit about me. If you're curious, if you come back, we'll probably be dancing and yapping. It's kind of a typical format here. So it's a good way for me to exercise, but also connect with chat. So trying to figure out, wait, you don't have the badge? Oh, you probably need to take it off because it's like, there's a way for you to like have a global badge or whatever or something like that. Also, hi, Poppy. Good to see you. All right, actually, we have to think about this. The timing that we have here. We have 13 minutes, so I probably can't do 2. If we wanted to end on Can't Tame Her, we could probably only choose one or the other. Though I'm happy to do Apple like another stream. I do, but I want to use yours too. I don't know how to use both. I don't know either. I honestly don't know either. I recognize you as a partner. Holy cow. I don't know what to do because we had another like challenging question, but I feel like the vibes now are a bit happy. We did do a very heavy chat right before all of you guys got here. So I feel like maybe we can focus on like a wrapping up question, like what's advice I would give myself 10 years ago. If you're curious about the heavy questions, I did touch upon the gaming one at the beginning of the stream and my experiences, unfortunately and fortunately, in STEM right before you got here. So I think I'll just do this one and then we'll dance to one last song. How long is Can't Tame Her? Just to make sure I'm on track. Can't Tame Her, Wiki, Just Dance. And thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Apple could be another time. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It confused you? Yeah. It's probably confusing if you've never seen it. It's 3.5 minutes. So the song itself is 3.5 minutes. We already have the raid command. I already know where we're going. So there's no need to take the time to know that. So can we continue more questions? Yeah, if you want. If you're happy with the format, I'm happy to do that. I really think it was a really good discussion. Like it got a little emotional for me sharing the tougher ones, but I think that's part of the reason why we do stuff like this, because you would have never known that I struggled with harassment at my job without me telling you that, or the fact that I had a shitty collaboration experience with a guy during my time on Twitch because I was a woman and he was like, there's no way you're good at this game, you must have brothers. Like stuff like that, like you would never know unless people talk about it. So that's why we do things like this. So please, if you're interested in learning more, and I encourage you to just hear different perspectives from different women, follow the people on the raid train, because they all have their own experiences that they can share as well. They're very important stories, exactly, yeah. Similarly, like we did something like this during AAPI month, and I shared stories I never did before, and people were really shocked, which is like sad, but still really important to make sure that we focus on. I'm down if you want to listen to it. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna look up Can't Tame Her. And then in terms of advice I would give myself 10 years ago, on a happy note, I feel like despite all the things that I went through, the things that made me me were finding the support systems. That sounds really like much of a given, but I wish that I would have like gone to a college that I could have asked questions saying like, what's the male to female representation here? I wish I had been more mindful to make sure I had women to go to support me. Because unfortunately, like being in a male dominated field, there are challenges. I'm not fully protected, but every single time that I had like a woman there to back me up, it kind of made me feel supported and encouraged to like push back and just be myself. So if I could give myself advice 10 years ago, it would just be to ask questions like, where can I find the support for this? What are women? What is your ratio? And if you can't find that, try to find and build support systems that can support you in those moments. So like online is a great tool now. Back then I didn't know to use that. That's one thing I would tell myself as advice is like the internet is a really great tool. Like even if you're not physically next to people, they can still be your biggest cheerleader. And like Twitch is an example of that alone, where I genuinely like couldn't have gone through my harassment case at work without having people like from around the world just be like, Kelly, you deserve more. You should go do that. I believe in you. Like complete strangers were telling me, and obviously some of them were friends, were telling me like, go and do it. You deserve more. Do they tell you that information? They should. And if they don't, you shouldn't support them, because it shouldn't be hidden, in my opinion. It should, and if it's something where they're like, we don't have that, or we don't have a big number, I think even that transparency is still important. And it's also like an honorable thing to be like, okay, thank you for telling me the truth. Maybe we can work out something that we can try to build that. You know what I mean? You went to a joke school? Yeah. I think it has to be publicly available. Yeah, I absolutely think it is. So yeah, very quickly, I would love to talk more about it, but because we're on a time crunch, we're gonna dance to this song. If you guys don't know the lore of this song, Little Siha is a content creator. She's a Just Dancer. She is in this game, and she's a streamer. She literally got flown out to film this map, and it was her dream to be in the game. And it's one of the most like best songs I can think of to end on, is just to dance to like a pier. It's so crazy. Nobody knows. The only thing is that if you don't know, anytime you hear the term all night, you have to shout all night. It is a requirement. So I know I'm on the clock. This is 3.5 minutes. It is 8:53. I can make it if I shut up and do it now. Thank you for being here. I love you all platonically. Thank you to everyone who's been organizing this raid train. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to chat and all the new faces. Thank you for listening to me, and all the raiders too. So thank you. Enjoy, and let's have fun.
No, you can't take club is closing, but she ain't going home. Night is still young, where that she go? Nobody knows. Ain't the first time, cause I've seen her before. Smell her perfume as she walks through the door. I wanna know where that she go. Nobody knows. No, you can't tell her, cause she runs her own world. So if she wanna party all night, no, you can't tame her, no. And you can't tie her down when the night comes around. Said she gonna party all night, and you can't tame her, can't tame her. And you can't tame her, can't tame her.
I'm sorry, I just had the other raiders like sound on that whole time. How loud was it? I'm just so sorry. Hey, where's this bear? Yes! Are they ready by chance? I can go until the clock, or if they need. They're good for us now. I'm good to go now too. Whew. Couldn't tell? Good. Because part of the dance I was like, I'm starting to hear something and I'm really confused. So I'm glad you didn't hear it. So yay, choo-choo! I know, we're supposed to go live a little bit early, Michael, so... Whew. Sometimes people are not open to that extra, like, come early thing, but it's supposed to be like, people are there early, so that they are not... They don't have any tech issues. Whew, thank you, Extra Runny Eggs. Thank you guys so much. Is live ready to go? Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Again, please check out the rest of the lineup. Thank you so much to Megan and Lily for organizing this and having me on. I hope you guys enjoyed the chats. If you want to come back to the stream and you want to watch this, the music's going to be muted. So you have to check my, I put everything on my VODs channel on YouTube. So if you want to watch the dancing again, you can there. If you come back, it's all going to be muted. It's going to be kind of awkward. Up to you. Great discussion. Thank you. Please don't forget to check out all these wonderful women. These are my socials. I just linked it. I need to go. Okay, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'll be back, I think, Monday or Tuesday. Probably for some Just Dance, honestly. It's gonna be my last week before I go on a work trip, so we are gonna probably take advantage of that in some way by just having more fun stuff at home. And then I might have an IRL stream while I'm at my work trip, because that'll be fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Bye. Hi. Thank you guys so much for all the new people. I really appreciate it. Have fun with Emmy.
Okay, what's the
I'm gonna be meeting a new pal with you. They're playing some Mario Kart. So yeah. Thanks, guys. You got all the raid messages. Thank you guys so much. All right. Appreciate every single one of you. I love you all platonically. You are loved. Please go get some water. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of this raid train, and I'll catch you next week. Thank you to the mods, by the way, for keeping us safe.
This is my favorite stream.
Thank you. Thank you for stream. Thank you. All right, goodbye. No, this is over.